White House ballroom can move forward. It comes after a lower court's decision halting the controversial project as the court considers legal challenges.
The Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts not explaining why he's put this stay in place, but he has essentially pressed the pause button on that appellate decision and the lower court decision beneath it, so construction can continue for now.
ABC Chief National Correspondent Stephen Portnoy. New storms in the Midwest are prompting evacuation orders. Here's ABC News meteorologist Kenton Jawicki.
East of Columbus, Ohio, Buckeye Lake, Ohio. This is Interstate 70, completely covered in water, so it is closed in both directions for miles. And the village of Buckeye Lake has emergency evacuations in effect right now.
Last night, 2 tornadoes touched down in the Northeast, causing widespread damage in parts of Delaware and on New York's Long Island. And Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have announced they're planning to move back to the UK. You're listening to ABC News.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan, for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
These days, heading back to school means more than pencils and notebooks. It means laptops, tablets, online accounts, and a lot of personal information moving across the internet. WebRoot Total Protection gives families powerful online defense tools with antivirus, VPN, cloud backup, identity protection, and more, helping keep your digital life secure throughout the school year and beyond. Go to webroot.com/radio and get 60% off today. That's webroot.com/radio for 60% off. Live a better digital life with WebRoot, because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
A new Gallup poll finds that a historically low number of Americans, about 13%, admit to drinking too much, while overall alcohol consumption has fallen to its lowest level in nearly 9 decades. ABC's Jim Ryan has more.
That's not to say that Americans aren't finding other ways to drown their sorrows or celebrate their successes. Apart from the Gallup survey, the National Institute on Drug Abuse reports that about a quarter of men and 1 in 5 women use cannabis on a regular basis. And about 30% of them report signs of cannabis use disorder, including finding it difficult or impossible to stop.
After the death last weekend of actress Hayden Panettiere, there's been a renewed focus on a decision made a decade ago by beauty company Neutrogena. ABC's Andrea Fujihi has the latest.
Neutrogena is addressing days of backlash over how it treated Hayden Panettiere. Earlier this year, Panettiere said the skincare giant didn't re-sign her as a spokesperson in 2016 after she spoke openly about her postpartum depression. Now, in a statement, the company says we made her feel unsupported during a very difficult time. This is not what Neutrogena stands for. The brand says it's now making a significant investment to expand access to postpartum care.
Investigators, including the DEA, are trying to determine how Panettiere died. And top-ranked men's tennis player Jannik Sinner has withdrawn from the U.S. Open because of a knee injury. I'm Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan, for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
Swung on, hit deep, down the line and right if it's fair, and it is gone.
Saturday Night Baseball is back as the St. Louis Cardinals are in town, and you'll hear it on 1210.
Harper swings, hits one deep right center field, and that one is on its way. Back-to-back game time.
Be here Saturday starting at 5:30 for the Phils and the Cards from Citizens Bank Park.
Swung on, line deep to left field. Straw going back, he won't catch that one.
Saturday night on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
We're in for a beautiful evening. It's going to get down to around 66. Unfortunately, tomorrow the humidity is back. We'll have some rain, maybe even a thunderstorm with a high of 76. Sunday, some clouds and some sun. Showers and a thunderstorm possible. High 85. It'll be humid again, but Monday should be a bit better. High 82.
WPHT, WPHT, HD, WOGL, HD3, Philadelphia. From the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios.
Powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Free speech lives here. Lives here. The WPHT Afternoon Show.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Friday. And I hate when people say Friday. Why do we do that? Well, actually, it's Friday outside, because you go outside, you fry your ass off. That's how hot it is. It's Tony, Bruno, and Miss Robin on a Friday. And it is, what's today's date? Is it the 21st already?
21st, August 21st.
Big weekend because my little baby boy, Anthony Joseph Bruno Jr., celebrates a big birthday. Guess how old my little baby boy is this weekend, Robin?
Old AF?
Well, you could say that. He's no longer a little baby boy. He's middle-aged.
I know.
But I'm still older than him. Big 49 for AJ. Next year will be big. He's not getting anything for his 49th birthday, Robin.
Oh, you're saving all
I'm
of it up.
saving it up for the big 5-0.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure that he'll be happy to hear that.
Good afternoon, everybody. We have so much to talk about and so little time. Updates. We have a story in Easton, Pennsylvania, and it doesn't involve Larry Holmes. It involves the police department, and apparently the Easton Police Department has a difficult time determining the race of a suspect.
No, you don't say.
Yes, we will get into that. And, you know, we always play that Nick Cale cut that he plays. Apparently, the 24-year-old Alexander Lee Smith, who was
sounds very white. I mean,
it sounds like a white dude. It sounds like a southern white dude.
Absolutely.
Arrested and charged with 4 things, including strangulation and aggravated assault.
Okay.
His gender is male, so we've determined that without having to check on his,
he, she, whatever.
Exactly, because we know, and we learned this a long time about, basic biology. Because how did we learn it? From kindergarten cop?
Yes.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
And that was 20-something years ago, that young man. Hopefully he didn't transition since then and decide that he wanted gender-affirming care.
It is the same lesson I learned as a young child.
Yes. You just have to look. Look down there and you'll know where they are. So anyway, this guy, Alexander Lee Smith, who was arrested and charged with strangulation and assault, mentioned the gender correct, male, race, white, Hispanic. Now, do we have a picture of that? I have a picture. I don't know if we can post it.
So far, 2 out of 3 they got right.
Yeah, but the gender now, this is confusing to me.
You mean the race?
The race, yeah. Yeah, race confuses me too, basically, when you see something.
So they say...
They call him a white Hispanic.
Let's see the picture.
Can we say, let's post a picture here, because, a lot of people are colorblind, and I don't care about your race, but the guy who they call a white Hispanic doesn't appear to be very white to me.
This is cut 4.
Let's go to cut 4 and show you the gentleman. And Easton, what happened to you up there? Larry Holmes, we know, is a black man, heavyweight champion from Easton, Pennsylvania, right?
We have to give Kirk, Justin, due to traffic and everything, was running a little late. The fabulous Kirk is stayed over so that he's helping out, but he didn't have access to the show sheet as easily. So cut 4 will be put up here momentarily.
Okay, so the guy is obviously not white in any way, shape, or form.
No.
And listen, they did that. The first white Hispanic was the guy that was roaming around, remember? And
I mean, I would accept, based on the photograph that I saw, black Hispanic.
Yeah. And do we have to have like color charts now and put it up and see, are you a light-skinned Hispanic? Are you a light-skinned white guy? Or if you have a tan, there he is. Now, does that look like a white man to you? A white Hispanic? If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see this. But this is that's why people are so confused about everything. And again, this guy is not white in any way, shape, or form. Not because I don't think white people are thugs too. Absolutely. But if he was white, Call him white. Why is he a white Hispanic?
Especially
What happens if he's a light-skinned Hispanic? Would they call him light-skinned or a dark-skinned Hispanic?
Especially if you're putting out a wanted photograph, you want people, and the description, you want people to be able to actually find the person. So if you put something that doesn't make sense, then they're going to be looking for the wrong person.
By the way, the Newman Price, no, they already have him in custody. The Newman Price calls him a Blasian. How's he not a Blasian? He's Hispanic. We know he's Hispanic. We know he's a male. And again, that's the problem that I have.
Well, and the other thing,
He's a Hispanic male.
Well, here's the other thing that
he's a Hispanic male.
Here's the other thing that's the problem is that our statistics for the arrests and the government has statistics for rapes, for murders, for whatever. And when they misgender,
well, they misgender a lot of people too, and then there's hell to pay for that.
When they change the race makeup, then the statistics are also wrong when you're looking at, who's committed what and how many people are in jail and how many. So this is not right. We need to get it right for everybody's benefit.
I think that they're just trying to be afraid. They're afraid. They're afraid to refer to people by what they look like. And again, I don't care if they're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, yellow, green, blue. Right. Just stop trying to sanitize everything.
Yeah.
You got the guy on really serious charges. That's good. You arrested him. That's better. But to then call his gender white Hispanic is stupid.
His race, yeah.
His race. Right. Thank you. Meanwhile, we got other stuff. We got so many things.
And we have two fantastic guests today that we're both very excited about. The first guest we have is Evan Power.
Evan Power, who, by the way, some of the political honks here in the state of Florida hate. They hate him because he calls out these so-called Republicans who hate Byron Donalds. That's the cool thing. The cool kids now, they hate Byron Donalds because he's not from Florida. Was Alexander Vindman from Florida when he moved his big fat ass down here in the last 6 months to run for a political office?
We actually want to answer. There's some people that are like, how come you were talking so much about Florida? It's not because we live down here right now. We are always going to talk about Philadelphia and Philadelphia interests. But
we led with a Pennsylvania story from Easton.
Right.
Hello.
But the reason why this is important to the people in Pennsylvania is because it changes the dynamics of the elections no matter where you are. So this is great insight into what is happening. He has insight in the polls.
Yeah. So there's one poll today, and I think polls should be banned.
I agree.
I really do.
Because they're so wrong.
The only polls that should be matter is like Dancing with the Stars when they ask people to call a number and vote. And then you have to like that show where you have to call in to vote.
Right.
But when you have polls after an election where one guy actually won and he won very handily, then you have micromanaging supposed Republicans who are now saying that Byron Donalds isn't really from Florida. He's a New York guy. He's lived here 30 years.
At what point do you become a Floridian?
When do you become a Floridian? I found out I became a Floridian when I went and got my driver's license and my ID proving that I was a Florida with actually a real ID. So it's just a joke. And then these people, this one woman who has like 100-something thousand followers who hates black people, and she's an alleged Republican. And then you got this other guy who's a cokehead who's somehow, and he's still got the blonde tips. This guy's living in the 70s, and he's supposedly a big mover and shaker here. And he's now against Byron Donalds because he wanted that moron who's been exposed as a fraud and a criminal, a real criminal.
You know what? Can we just can we finally get to the place where people just vote for the best person and it doesn't matter what
people
their skin
did
color?
vote? No, here it is. Accept the election results. Isn't that what we're told all the time?
Yes.
Accept the election results. But these people can't accept the election results. They can't accept it in Philadelphia, New York, Washington. But here in Florida, I've learned by going out and talking to people that the people who say there's MAGAs, there's conservatives, and then there's people who hate black people. And that's in every state. And now all of a sudden, these so-called conservatives who hate Trump now hate a black man because Trump endorsed a black man who actually won fair and square in the election, and it wasn't even close. No matter how many times you try to dissect, there were 11 candidates, and he got the most votes. Right. Oh, he didn't get 60%. He didn't have to get 60%. So I'm going to call you a racist for doubting that Byron Donalds is the duly elected and absolute guy who's going to represent the Republican Party in the election come November. And if you can't accept that, then that's your problem.
Yeah.
People voted and they picked the guy. Don't give me this, he didn't get. This isn't one of those, like, for example, in the mayoral race, the top two candidates, the top two vote getters in the same party, by the way, they advance to the election in November.
Right.
That's the way you do it, because we don't have a so-called, what's the term for mayor here?
A hard mayor.
We don't have a hard mayor. I don't know. He's got a couple of kids, so he had to get hard at least a couple of times. But anyway, we'll get into that. And by the way, there's the worst poll ever conducted, and people are suckered into this, and that's what we'll discuss with Evan Power. It's a Democratic governor's poll where they talk to 600 people.
A whole 600?
I got calls from 600 people in the last week before the election, but people asking me who I'm going to vote for. And you know what I do? I hang up on them.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to vote for. I voted for Byron Donalds. I wasn't going to, but I looked at the candidates and I voted for Byron Donalds.
Now,
so sue me.
The other person that we're going to have on is the Reverend Jordan Wells.
Yes.
He has amazing insight. He supports candidates, and he is originally from, where is he from?
I don't know.
I know I follow him on social media. Hold on, I will find out.
I follow a lot of people, Robin. And by the way, we will expose David Jolly, the guy, the Democrat who wants to be governor. We have some opposition research on him. Not because I'm pro. Well, I am. I'm voting for Byron Donalds. I don't want David Jolly. David Jolly's a slug. David Jolly wants to take away your rights. And you know how I know that? He said it.
Yes, he did.
And so the word is, if Byron Donalds said something privately to somebody, and that should keep him out of office, then I believe David Jolly, the Democrat here, who was a Republican who became a Democrat. And now all of a sudden the Republicans want a Democrat to be the governor of Florida, when, oh, by the way, the last three Republican governors have done a pretty damn good job in this state. I can confirm that. But anyway, we'll get into that. And polls, anybody who brings up a poll, this is the most ridiculous poll you will ever hear about. And people are running with this. And you can tell the people who are running with this as legitimate are the same so-called conservatives, Republicans, who are out there pimping people that they like over. And by the way, they pimp the losing candidates. And they don't have the guts to suck it up and say, you know what? I picked the wrong guy. I'm going to accept the guy that won. They won't accept the guy who actually won. They're making excuses. And that's a joke. Because you can't play it both ways. You can't say in one state, for example, when I lived in L.A., right? You know who the governor was?
When you were living
Arnold Schwarzenegger, a Republican governor. That's the last time a Republican got voted into office, and then they voted him out. And so, but then since then, California's been voting straight Democrats no matter who the candidate is. And that's fine. If you want to be that way, be that way. But when I've lived in one-party states like Pennsylvania, Philadelphia especially has been a one-party city for 70-plus years.
Yeah.
And again, that's fine. The people vote, and they deserve who they get for. So we'll talk a lot about that. I don't want to make this all about politics. We've got some great stuff today, too. We'll give you an update. We don't do Fight Club here like Kale and Company, but I'm going to submit this for next week, Fight Club, on his show.
We should have an honorary mention on
We will have an
show,
honorary Fight Club addition to the week's Fight Club. And this one's a good one, because this isn't just a couple of morons who are drunk in a Waffle House. This isn't a bunch of kids running around at a state fair. These are guys busting out the whooping sticks and using it on each other.
And then we also have a Greek story that affects moi personally.
Everybody, even if you're not a Greek, even if you're not the Philly Godfather, or my good friend Petros Papadakis out there in Los Angeles, California. I love Greeks. I love Greek food.
This is upsetting.
If you like Greek food, This one, I believe there will be riots in the streets once we break this news to you on this program today. It's Tony Bruno, Miss Robin. We're just getting this party started. 855-839-1210 is the number to call. We are underway on a free-for-all Friday on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
There's a reason that potato chips don't come in a clear bag.
There's only 8 chips in this bag.
That's why. It's only about 2/3 full. The rest is air. It's a lot like opening up your 401k at retirement. You get about 2/3 of it, and the rest goes to Uncle Sam. Jim Cipriotti at the Retire Ready Financial Group can help. His tax mapping process can help forecast what your tax bill will be in the future, and that way you can build a strategy now to potentially decrease your tax bill in retirement. In other words, more for you and less for Uncle Sam. Call today for your complimentary retirement tax mapping report, 610-894-7415. That's 610-894-7415. Or find them online at retirereadyfg.com and get Uncle Sam's greedy hands out of your retirement.
Hey, you've had enough.
With a complimentary tax mapping report from Jim Cipriotti. Investment advisory services offered through Retire Ready Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through James V. Cipriotti, Retire Ready Financial Group, LLC, NPN number 2083768.
When it comes to your home, you shouldn't have to roll the dice with a small contractor or pay the high prices of a giant one. At Lemus Remodeling Group, a family-owned company, you get the perfect balance. Expert exterior remodeling from a team that's nationally recognized and neighborhood trusted. From roofing and siding to windows, doors, and gutters, the Lemus team delivers quality work, honest pricing, and a home that feels brand new. Call 610-GO-LEMUS to schedule your free consultation today or visit their website at golemus.com. Lemus Remodeling Group. Trust Lemus for a lifetime.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Hey, Albert, can you help us plan and budget for a bathroom renovation?
I certainly can. Let me review your finances.
Who are you talking to?
Albert, my AI financial assistant that I can access right in the app. It automates all things finance, moves money, pays bills, creates personalized alerts, finds savings, and so much more.
Your bathroom renovation financial plan is ready. I found cash you can put aside, and to cover the rest, Albert can get you up to $10,000 fast.
Can you find contractors nearby within our budget?
Here's a list of contractors. Would you like help requesting a $10,000 loan for your bathroom renovation?
Yes! Download the Albert app and use promo code MONEY to access Genius. Plus, get up to $10,000 for whatever you need. Just download the Albert app right now and use promo code MONEY to get up to $10,000. That's promo code MONEY.
It is not hard to destroy a college. Last season, the podcast Campus Files brought you stories of fraternity drug rings, stolen body parts, campus cults, and more.
And now, Campus Files is back for another season.
There's a guy screaming into his phone. He's like, I just saw Charlie Kirk get assassinated right in front of me.
Every week is a new episode and a new story.
It was so chaotic.
It's almost like a university under siege.
Listen to and follow Campus Files. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Be sure to follow Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the free Odyssey app. Download it now.
Yeah. Afternoon show, Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. It's not a dry heat in a lot of places. And obviously up in the Northeast, a lot of bad storms and rain. And hopefully you guys are safe up there for the weekend, because it's one of the last weekends of the summer, supposedly. Not on the calendar, but as far as kids going back to school, September up north, and in many parts, people are already in school in August. In a lot of places. Kids are already in school in a lot of places.
We actually, about an hour before the show started, we had thunder and lightning, and we lost power for like 30 seconds, went right back up again. But of course, it takes a while for the internet to recalibrate. So just in case, folks, if we suddenly go bloop, we'll be back as soon as we can. It just needs to, hopefully it won't happen again. Knock on wood. I'm knocking on wood.
Now, what is good Lord, what was that? What was what?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. So anyway, this is what bothers me. And then X, which by the way, posts the most relevant, what people are talking about right now. They're posting this phony story. Now it's a real polling company, the Hart Research Associates survey. They interviewed 60 likely voters from August 10th to the 13th, 3 days.
Okay.
I know that
60?
because I got 600 people.
600 people.
In 3 days and now have concluded that David Jolly has now a 46 to 45% lead over Republican Byron Donalds with a margin of error. That poll has been debunked by anybody who knows anything about politics.
It's so ridiculous.
This organization only called Democrats. It's run by Democrats. They picked Democratic voters to call, and they picked the Democratic candidate. And now the whole news media is running with this story because they hate a black man. They don't want a black man to be the governor of Florida. That's the bottom. That's the facts, Jack.
Because, it would do two things, right? There are those actually that are truly racist.
Oh, absolutely.
And then there's also the Democratic regime that is really scared of something like this happening because it really ruins their narrative.
Yep, exactly.
It ruins the narrative that MAGA and Republicans, they're the racist ones. Well, if Florida actually elects Byron Donalds as the next governor, because Florida is full of MAGAs, right? Florida's full of conservatives. It throws it out the water. It proves what conservatives have been saying for years. We don't care what color you are. We just want the best person for the job.
By the way, Jordan, the pastor, Reverend Jordan Wells, will be joining us. And, he posted yesterday, Byron Donalds could be Florida's first black governor, but they call him Stephen from Django. That's right. A black woman, just said that she's not voting for Byron Donalds in Florida and called him Stephen from Django. Pure self-destructive ignorance that keeps the black people locked in mental slavery to the Democratic Party. This is coming from a black reverend talking about a black man who absolutely won the Republican primary to be up on the ballot as the candidate to run against David Jolly in November. That's the facts. You can mix it and shake it and move it around and slap it up and flip it and try to massage it every way you want.
And this is why this particular story that we're covering affects everybody, because of the fact that this is a narrative that has been rammed down everybody's throats regarding conservatives. And we all know, anybody that's been a conservative for a long time and you're talking to your conservative friends, your conservative family, you listen to conservative radio, it's the farthest thing from the truth. Are there racists? Absolutely. But they are so few and far between. We are not the problem. We are not the problem. And this will change the United States idea of
it's very simple. It's very simple.
Yep.
No bona fide conservative who supported DeSantis can support Jolly over Byron Donalds. No. And this is a national story. I know but the bottom line is that people don't know. Here in Florida, you got conservatives who are openly rooting against and calling Byron Donalds the most racist. And these are supposedly respected people. These are fake Republicans, and they're worthless garbage. This one guy here who's a cokehead, I'm going to give his name out here. And I don't like to call people cokeheads, but he's going to have to prove that he's not, because every time I see this guy, he's all coked out. What the hell's his name here?
I'm not sure, Tony. I'm not inside your head. I can sometimes be inside your head, but this is not.
I have so much stuff scribbled down. I'll call him out later.
Now, we do want to hear from everybody. We do have fantastic callers that we love hearing from. We want to hear from new people. Please give us a call at 855-839-1210. We're talking about you, and we were talking to you, so we want to hear from you. Also, if you are on the YouTube chat, which is the best chat room ever, please make sure you slam that thumbs up button. High five us with that thumbs up. We want to want to get those numbers up. And if you are not listening or watching on YouTube, head over there. Stay for a while. If you can't stay for a while, just click on it for a second, hit the thumbs up, and then go back to where you can listen a long time. But we need to get those numbers up. We got great numbers yesterday. So
absolutely. Yeah. Hit the subscribe button. Now, there's all these people here in Florida who claim to be religious. And, this Richard in Florida, Richard Galaxia. Both political parties are corrupt and dysfunctional. Agreed. Say no to digital ID and AI surveillance. Agreed. Floridians, it was good while it lasted. So they call themselves DeSantis conservatives, right? We can all agree Ron DeSantis is the best governor in the entire country and has been for the last 8 years. There's no debate anywhere about that.
None whatsoever.
Now, he wasn't a good presidential candidate, and that's why he didn't make it. He didn't make it very far at all. But the bottom line, he's a great governor, and he's going to be leaving. So these idiots, like Richard in Florida and all these other, and there's this one blonde bimbo chick who thinks she's an influencer, whose candidate was a guy who basically finished with the only people who voted for him. He may be a nice guy. The only people who voted for him were friends and families. And now they're mad that the guy they liked personally didn't win.
Yeah.
He didn't even come in 8th place. You don't win when you finish in 8th place, lady. You're a supposed influencer. Why would anybody listen to a dunce like you?
You know,
dunce.
I don't know about you since we didn't talk. I did not vote for DeSantis for president because I did not think he made the best presidential
Well, you couldn't
candidate.
because he didn't make it.
Right.
He was.
But even in the primary,
he didn't even get out to the second primary, for God's
I
sake.
didn't vote in because, and here's the thing: is that I think he would make a great cabinet member. I think he would make a great something else,
Supreme Court justice,
because he is brilliant.
Attorney General.
Yeah, there's so many other things that he would be better at, and vote even though I love him, he was a fantastic governor. I voted for the best person for the job.
You couldn't have voted for Ron DeSantis
in the
for
primary,
president.
in the primary. You would just mention flock cameras.
Yes.
Did you see this video of, this is cut 23, San Diego? We had a special person that came out in San Diego for flock cameras. And
Do we have video?
We do have this video, cut 23.
What the flock is going on out there?
It is brilliant. To continue the narrative, let's go to cut 23 and see who showed up in San Diego.
Sorry, we're loading it right now. We'll have it in like 2 seconds.
Robin, you can set this up. Oh, this is the dude. Oh, this is the.
San Diego.
Oh, well, there's nothing. Everybody talks about how crazy California is.
Yeah.
This is further proof. This is a San Diego City Council meeting.
Yep.
Official business. And we've seen city council meetings in Philly and other places where people, but they don't show up in outfits and costumes.
No.
Only the whack jobs. But this is hilarious.
He made his point.
This is the funniest video you will see. And actual members of San Diego's, you stay classy, San Diego. San Diego City Council people are sitting down while this person takes the dais. Let's go to the tape.
Thank you. It's been a great day. Love to all.
Thank you. Darth Vader?
Yes. Here he comes.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
At the city council meeting.
Darth?
The Emperor is a fan of flock, and we must continue utilizing flock technologies so that we can follow and surveil the rebel scum as they move from playground to playground, from playground to pool, from pool to gymnasium, because we all know that the flock cameras are not only following the license plate readers, they are following children. They are following children in parks and gymnasiums, and we need this. I need this so I can stalk my ex-girlfriend.
Tony, are you there?
We're in for a beautiful evening. It's going to get down to around 66. Unfortunately, tomorrow the humidity is back. We'll have some rain, maybe even a thunderstorm with a high of 76. Sunday, some clouds and some sun. Showers and a thunderstorm possible. High 85. It'll be humid again, but Monday should be a bit better. High 82.
Kale and Company weekday mornings 6 till 10.
Cape May Mayor Zachary Mullick told 6ABC, we really wanted to make sure we didn't become the after party to some of the other towns that have already made this move. After 10:30, we all know it's not normally the best stuff that happens. Then, so to be honest, as a parent myself, I think there's a good thing, Mullick added. If we would just enforce the law and rock these little punks' world. That's what you have to do. Stop giving them slaps on the wrist. It's clearly not working, is it?
Start your day with Kale and Company. Weekday mornings 6 till 10 on Talk Radio 1210, WPHT, and the free Odyssey app.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Dollar General.
Anthropic's AI model Claude did not solve a mathematical question that's puzzled researchers for more than 150 years, but it made more progress than any human. Anthropic put Claude on the Riemann hypothesis, and Claude pushed the share of zeta zeros on the critical line by 25.6% in one day, compared to human mathematicians pushing it by 0.8% over 37 years. I'm Jason Brooks.
Back to school season is here, and Dollar General has everything you need to start the school year strong. Don't forget to grab a pair of bright yellow sunglasses from the Yellow Glasses Project for just $2. Every purchase makes a difference, with 100% of proceeds helping support teachers, classrooms, and nonprofit organizations working to improve reading and literacy skills across the country. Stop by Dollar General today and shine bright with the Yellow Glasses Project, available now at Dollar General. The Yellow Glasses Project is a program of the Dollar General Literacy Foundation.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Pennsylvania. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Summer's winding down, and now's the perfect time to get your home organized before fall arrives. Whether it's the master closet, garage, pantry, home office, or mudroom, Closet Factory Philadelphia designs custom storage solutions built around the way you live. A more organized home means less clutter, less stress, and more time enjoying what matters most. This August, make organization your next home improvement project. Visit ClosetFactory.com today and schedule your free in-home design consultation. Closet Factory Philadelphia. Custom organization designed for your life.
In Philadelphia, Chase is proud to root for the home team because they're our team too. We cheer from the bleachers and on the sidelines. We cheer for gymnasts and quarterbacks. And with more than 80 local Chase branches and 5,000 nationwide, we are right beside you, Philadelphia. Neighborhood bankers, digital tools, national strength. Chase, make more of what's yours.
JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
This is Jonathan Cans, third-generation owner of Marvin E. Cans Heating, Air Conditioning, and now Plumbing. Today, I want to talk about the huge rebates and the huge tree which fell on one of our customers' train units. They say it's hard to stop a train. Turns out it is. Because when I arrived, this thing was not only still running, but cooling too. So if you want huge rebates of up to $2,500 or tough equipment, call us now. These rebates won't be available in the heart of winter when your furnace breaks. So contact us at marvinecans.com. That's marvinecans.com.
Hi, I'm Paul Cozy from Cozy Jewelers. If you're looking for the perfect engagement ring, don't settle. At our family-owned store in Newtown Square, we design and create every ring ourselves. So you're dealing direct with the designer, me. Custom doesn't have to cost more, but poor quality will cost you for years. Step up to the 5th C and get an heirloom quality ring that's as unique as your love story at Cozy Jewelers. That's color, cut, clarity, carat, and cozy.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-220-6409 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-220-6409. That's 800-220-6409. What do you have to lose? Call 800-220-6409. Again, 800-220-6409.
Progressive Insurance. Progressive can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things. Bundle today at Progressive.com.
Broadcasting live from the Piazza Auto Group studios. Experience the power of one with 8 brands and 25 locations. Talk Radio 1210, WPHT.
Yes, indeed.
Tony, we have breaking news.
We have breaking news already?
Yes.
We'll fix it then.
From the Supreme Court of the United States, Chief Justice Roberts has determined that the ballroom will be allowed to continue. The construction is allowed.
Although CNN's crying about it already,
Yeah, I
but then
know.
again, CNN, that's all they do is cry.
But it is back on, ladies and gentlemen. Let the construction proceed.
Well, it's like halfway built. I don't get this hate. They get all these rogue judges to come in and say, yes, we can't build that. Why not? Trump's not even going to use it.
He's only going to.
Is he going to put it on a trailer
If
and then take it to wherever, to Miami, to put it on his property?
If the building is on schedule, and no building is ever on schedule.
Well, especially it's not going to be on schedule if they keep shutting him down.
But let's just say it's on schedule. Then President Trump will only be in office for like 4 more months after it's completed. That's it. He's only going to get to enjoy it for 4 months.
If that.
If that.
What happens if it's not finished, but they allow it to finish? Trump gets out of office. Are they going to Are they going to tear it down? What idiots!
So stupid.
What? Listen, I get it. You hate Trump. You can hate Trump all you want. It's America. You can do whatever you want. But the absolute lunacy of just we're for democracy. No, you're not. When you buy judges to go out there and try to stop everything because you hate the guy who's in office, that's not the way a democracy works. So anyway, this is just insane. I just makes sense. That's all I want.
Well, you know what does make sense?
What, Robin?
Line 1, we have Jim from Cheltenham, the unofficial.
No, he's the official.
Unofficial.
He's not unofficial.
Well, he's unpaid. That's why.
He's unpaid. That doesn't make him unofficial,
That's
Robin.
true.
A lot of people who are interns work for free.
That's true.
And
So
they're official interns.
Let me rephrase.
Okay,
he
go
is
ahead.
the officially unpaid archivist of the Tony Bruno show with another
That's right, Robin.
classic
How
clip.
dare you downgrade this man who I've been calling the official for decades, and then you come in here and downgrade his position?
I'm ashamed, Jim.
Shame.
Shame,
Robin. Jim, I apologize on behalf of Robin. She does not speak for me. And I will condemn her right now, unequivocally condemn Robin on my behalf and on your behalf, my friend.
How you doing, Tony? How you doing, Robin? On a Red Wine Friday.
How are you?
Beautiful.
But I make up for it on the YouTube page.
Thank you. Now, you have something to play for us today?
Well, today, because this is August and it's a big month for bocce, as you know, and in 2010 you won a bocce championship there on John Madden's.
I should have worn I have we finally found my bocce from the Campo de Bocce in Los Gatos, and the other one in
I hope
Livermore.
we're going to find your trophy sometime.
Yeah, where's
soon.
my damn bocce trophy?
It's in a box somewhere.
Jack in the back says, is it possible that Jim has Tony's birth recorded somewhere? No, I don't think they recorded that, but I don't think they had cameras in Misericordia Hospital back in 1952.
All right. What? So you have
So I was with John Madden, right?
Where he did the In the Night show with Tim Cates, and this was 2010. And in the afternoon, he had a match in 2010. Then he came on live at 7:00 Pacific Coast time to do his show. And halfway through the show, he found out his team won the championship.
Let's go to the tape. These are the kinds of championships that don't get. We didn't even have a parade. We should have had multiple parades. One in Los Gatos, one in Livermore, one in downtown San Francisco in the Castro, and even in the Tenderloin. We should have had multiple parades in San Francisco for these events. These are world championships.
Go ahead,
Jim. I see Mariucci jumping up and down. Did we win? Is it a final? It is a final now. It is a final, Tim. The Dogs of War have just won back-to-back Madden Mariucci championships. I am a champion, Tim. Radar Ron, can you play We Are the Champions or some sort of hokey champion song tonight to commemorate this unbelievable moment? 877-996-6369. Yeah, we better take a break and come back, and then we will have the championship presentation here tonight. Jim Nance is going to come out and present the trophy, and then I think Bob Costas will come out.
How are the patrons there at the?
What's that?
How are the patrons doing there?
The patrons are doing fine. They're really drinking, and the celebration will commence right now, Tim. And if you see people driving around the Bay Area with their Campo de Bocce signs hanging out of their cars, they're celebrating a championship tonight here in Livermore, California, on the Dublin-Pleasanton line. We are the champions, my friends. The Dogs of War, once again, repeating. And you know how hard it is to repeat, Tim. We've done it. We've taken down big, muscular guys in the semifinals, guys who thought they were going to intimidate us. But no, we blew them away. This isn't a game about strength. This isn't a game about brawn. This is a finesse game. This is our game. This is bocce.
There you go, Tony.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
And you remember the previous championship that we won. Don Madden and I were on the air live on KNBR. I was doing play-by-play, and John Madden was doing color commentary on Afternoon Drive in San Francisco.
It was
that's on my audition tape, Rob, and that will be forever immortalized when I'm on the Mount Rushmore, which I believe will be built in South Philadelphia down the lakes. If they find a little land over there near the Swiss Museum. I should be in the Swiss Museum right there in Franklin Delano Roosevelt Park, Jim.
You mean you
How
have
do I have no monuments to my
you have
greatness?
Swiss in you as well? It's not just Sicilian and African? There's some Swiss in you?
Everybody remember that was unscripted, too.
That's right. We don't have anything on. I have a couple of notes, but that's it. That whole soccer thing, bringing and talking about Jim Nance and all the other things, the thrill and the color and the pageantry. We need to bring that kind of quality back to radio again. We need to make radio talk great again,
what we need
or
to
at least
do?
mediocre again. We have to upgrade to at least mediocre first.
We need to have a WPHT bocce tournament.
Yes, I have my own. I have lighted bocce balls for nighttime enjoyment.
Yeah. Tony loves it when his balls light up.
Oh, absolutely. Who doesn't? I mean, let's be honest, Robin. We're talking about balls, big balls. Jim, how about the Phillies now? Are you
anybody want to listen to any more classic Tony Bruno stuff? We have it on YouTube. My YouTube page, JJS Archives. JJS Archives.
JJS Archives. Only the finest cuts, the choicest selections.
It's not just archives of Tony Bruno.
No, it's got everything in
of
there.
All sorts of radio, and Jim is the only one that has some of these things. It's fantastic. Go check it out. JJS like Sam Archives.
Thank you, Jim. I'm going to cry again now. That always brings a tear to my eye. Whenever you win a championship and you go back, that was how many years ago? So that was August?
That was 16 years ago.
16 years ago, Robin. And Robin was there.
I was.
To witness it.
I think I was even wearing a matching shirt.
Yeah, I got to get that for the next break. I know it's on a pile there. I got to. This is an anniversary of a major championship, Robin.
I know.
Remember when in the Christmas Story when they bring the lamp in? This is a major award. Remember? And Fragile must be Italian.
The actual award that they passed down was actually quite large.
It's bigger than the World Cup.
It's huge.
The only thing bigger than it is the Stanley Cup.
And then you guys all got a smaller take-home award.
A take-home ball.
A take-home ball that you got to, play with.
Like, like John Kruk, I only got one. But I got two down there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, 855-839-1210. By the way, Dallas Mavericks assistant coach Phil Hardy finalizing a deal to become an assistant coach with the 76ers. Nick Nurse worked together with Hardy in Toronto and also with LeBron James in the Cavs and the Lakers. So the Sixers had another experienced assistant coach as LeBron and the team starts getting together.
I want to thank South Jersey General for this is the second day in a row. I don't recall seeing his handle on the chat room.
He's
previously.
a newbie, I think. Is he a newbie?
I think he is a newbie. Matt, Justin, or is it Kirk that's still there? I'm not sure. Do you recall ever seeing South Jersey General before?
I don't think so.
No, I
think
not.
that's a new one.
I've seen him on occasionally.
You have? Well,
Yeah,
he's doing a great job.
Yeah, he's
of
on.
keeping
Yeah,
track
he's on
of the numbers.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, he's doing a great job of
He's
keeping track of the thumbs
likes.
up and the likes
Yes, he
and,
does.
and getting on people's cases.
He is an unofficial member.
Yes.
Of the keeping an eye on
and we
the
appreciate
on the
his
feed.
hard work and
Yes.
and getting on people's cases for not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So thank you very much, and we appreciate everybody that's in the chat room and listening on other types of listening devices. Tony,
Yes.
we have time. Let's do this story because this is going to affect anybody that loves food.
Well, who doesn't love food, Robin?
And you know that I don't know about y'all out there, but Tony and I are foodies. As you can tell, that we're not exactly the skinny minis here. And feta cheese, I like all cheese. There's not a cheese out other than smoked. I'm not a
if
smoked
you're
cheese.
Greek, you don't even have to be Greek to like feta cheese,
Feta
right?
cheese, like you put it in salads, you put it on top of chicken, you melt it. It's fat. You can put it on pizza. It's awesome. I love feta cheese.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, we have another amazing. Everybody's talking about beef. Everybody's talking about beef prices and everything else. Now, all of a sudden, this is something I don't think the entire world. Who doesn't love feta cheese?
Now, Kirk, because you're still there, I'm going to tell you, please have cut 5 ready for this story if you can start playing
This
that
is breaking
under the
news
bed.
from the Greek City Times. So this isn't TMZ with all their fake news or NBC News, which lied about this one person who was kept back, who was a criminal, and they reported a story about an illegal who was legally in the country and made it sound like he was a refugee.
Right.
This is real, ladies and gentlemen.
This is real.
We needed to get Petros Papadakis or Philly Godfather.
We should have.
The two finest Greeks that I know. On this breaking story, Robin, feta prices expected to rise sharply. And you know why, Robin?
Why, Tony Bruno?
Sheep and goat herds have shrunk.
No.
Yes. The sheep and the goats. Now, many of them, of course, have been
some fabulous Greek
many
sheep.
of them have married members of the Islamic Republic, so that calls the herd a little bit, right?
Against their will.
Well, yeah, of course. But these sheep and goats, the production has been reduced after 488,000 sheep. And why don't we call them sheeps? Because we call them goats. We don't call them goat. That pisses me off, Robin.
It's very confusing. It's sheep and sheep, singular sheep, plural sheep. It's confusing, I know. But because of the culling of 488,000
So they had to kill
animals,
488,000 sheep and goats because of a livestock disease.
Yes.
And I know where that disease came from. It came from all of the Islamic people who were out there, and they were they had to get 72 of them, right? Virgin sheeps. And then they started impregnating these virgin sheeps, and then they diseased them, and they died.
Tony Bruno, that's not how it was.
If you're going to call them goats,
why
why do we have to call them sheep? Sheep is not plural. Goat, do we say goat has been, no, goats. Why do we call them sheep? Sheep is one. Sheep should be plural.
I agree
I
with you.
demand whoever's in charge of changing that, I need that change before the weekend
it's one
starts.
cow, 2 cows.
Yeah.
1 goat, 2 goats.
Exactly.
It should be 1 sheep, 2 sheeps. I agree with you. It's a very weird thing.
That's all I want. I want consistency.
English language doesn't make sense all the time, Tony. We've known this forever.
Exactly right.
But another quick little story. Speaking of we're joking around about what the reason of the culling of the herds might be and how they got infected with whatever disease they have. But the Greek minister Thanos Plevris.
Well, if his name's Thanos, isn't he a Greek god?
Thanos has a solution to all of the migrants. He is known in Europe as the most extreme foreign minister in Europe, and he has made it known that in Greece, excuse me,
It's all Greek to me, Robin. It's all Greek to me. Can we play more of the Greek? I love that exorbitant Greek music.
The Greek minister of immigration has said that his military. You are allowed to shoot migrants. You are allowed to sink their boats. You are allowed to sink the boats with refugees. And he has urged denying them if they come on land for the citizens not to offer them any food or water. So that there's no reason why any illegal immigrants would want to go to Greece, because they're not going to offer them anything, and it's going to be dangerous for them to try to come.
See, we got good Greek news today. The Greeks aren't messing around either.
No.
You don't mess with the Greeks. You know what will happen? Well, I'm going to talk about it. Not the same thing that happens to the goats.
But there's video of Greek military out on the ocean shooting the rafts that these boats, the immigrants are trying to come over on.
Speaking of that, though, as we have to take a break, we will have the latest on what's going on in the city. People call it Quetta. It's Sueta, right? Sueta.
Suta.
Booyah. So that's the town in Spain that all the migrants came in from Morocco. And remember when they said they sent them all back?
Oh, yeah, and they're peaceful. The ones that are there.
They are generally peaceful but animalistic migrants. We will have that update with video, our afternoon Fight Club. Since you can't get enough of Fight Club in the morning on Kale & Company, we have, I think, without a doubt, the best Fight Club video of the week, bar none. That's coming up in the next hour. Plus, we'll talk about this dumb poll that was released today, and all major media outlets are running with it.
Evan Power will be
Yes, and a
on.
lot of people are complaining that I'm putting Evan Power on. It's my show. You can take your butt, and with that other chick with the long neck with all the veins in it, take it and tell her to take a hike. This is my house, and it's Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Have you been putting off going to the dentist or addressing that complex dental procedure you've been putting off? Well, stop procrastinating. I want to talk to you about my friend, my dentist, and the undisputed master of dental implants, Dr. Mike Veneria. Hey, it's Rich Zioli. Dr. Mike is my dentist, my family's dentist, and he is the dentist that other doctors and dentists go to and refer their patients to. He's the guy the experts call the expert in handling complex dental surgeries and procedures. He's been recognized by his peers for 12 years in a row as the master of complex dentistry. See, with Dr. Mike Veneria, it's not about cost, it's about care. Dr. Mike, it's about compassion and commitment to your health. So when it comes to your health, including your dental health, which is key, you want the best. You deserve the best. Bridget got a beautiful smile upgrade from Dr. Mike last year, and Mama Zioli discovered him for our family, and the whole Zioli family goes to see Dr. Mike Veneria. With 2 offices to serve you in Cinnaminster and Woodbury, make your appointment today, veneriadental.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
Tomorrow's 6:05 Phillies Cardinals game can be heard on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. The Phillies are on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT tomorrow.
Searching for a new path to wellness. Dr. Molly Fantasia explains how medical hydration therapy can help you reclaim your energy. Listen to Health Watch, Sunday mornings at 8 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
You don't need another opinion, just the facts.
What caused that crash on the Schuylkill? Will it rain before the kids' game? What happened at the school board meeting last night?
At KYW News Radio, we don't take sides. We take notes, delivering the information you need to make the best decisions for your family.
The news you need whenever you need it.
Depend on KYW News Radio, Philadelphia's most trusted news leader for more than 60 years.
Tune in to the Crash Proof Retirement Show Saturdays at 11 a.m. to hear Joanne Small-Canella and Tracy Stillman. The Crash Proof Retirement Show, Saturday mornings at 11 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
On Monday and reveal
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Some positivity about stocks today after U.S. employers unexpectedly cut jobs in July, and hiring in the prior 2 months was revised lower. That suggests the labor market is weaker than previously thought. The report seen as just weak enough to take some pressure off the Fed to raise interest rates, but not weak enough to signal the economy is falling apart. President Trump again considering removing Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook over unproven allegations of mortgage fraud, according to a letter seen by Bloomberg. Her lawyer calls the allegations baseless and says they haven't been tested in a court of law. And if you want to pay $32 for a cup of coffee, you may be in luck. Watch House expanding beyond New York now to Chicago and also Los Angeles, Austin, and Miami. Its specialty is the $32 Bambito Estate, which is steeped from beans from a family farm in western Panama and served with a side of cold brewed green tea. Denise Pellegrini, Bloomberg Radio.
This is the sound of Claire cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Hey, this is Larry Steinhaus with Investor Schooling. Listen, I know sometimes you worry about coming to see me because you don't want to invest in real estate, because you don't want to deal with toilets, trash, or tenants. I'm going to teach you a way that you don't have to deal with toilets, trash, or tenants, or even own any real estate and invest in real estate at the same time. You want to learn this, so go to investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com, and take a complimentary class this Thursday, and I promise you, no toilets, no trash, no tenants.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Look, you put in the work all year long, so here's some straight talk. It's time to reward yourself. Bucks County Estate Traders is cutting prices 20 to 50% off store-wide for Labor Day. That piece you've been eyeing? Stop thinking about it. Go get it. The sale starts August 28th and ends September 7th. Bucks County Estate Traders, you worked hard. Now go save big. Visit BucksCountyEstateTraders.com or the showroom in Hatfield. Bucks County Estate Traders, the region's largest high-end furniture destination.
United Tire and Service proudly congratulates Merrill Reese on an incredible 50 years behind the microphone, calling unforgettable game day moments for Birds fans everywhere. To celebrate 5 decades of Merrill, United Tire is offering customers $50 off the purchase of 2 or more tires, or $50 off any automotive service you need. See store for complete details. Congratulations, Merrill. United Tire and Service. Don't drive alone, drive united.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
The Bloomberg Market Minute, sponsored by Piazza Premium, powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations.
WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Piazza Auto Group Studios, experience the power of one with 8 brands and 25 locations. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Another Friday in Studio B. Time to bring this week to an end. It's Tony and Miss Robin in Studio B. Got the stories, got the laughs here on WPHT. Every weekday the dial is tuned to 12:10. It's almost the weekend, but Monday we'll start it all again. 5 days of stories, 5 days on the air. Tony's got the takes, Robin's always there. 1 minute sports, next minute who knows? But in Studio B, that's just the way it goes. Tony takes a story back in 1982. Robin shakes her head, cause there's nothing she can do. Somehow by Friday we've covered it all, from Philly to Vegas and everything involved. It's Tony and Miss Robin in Studio B. Got the stories, got the laughs here on WPHT. From South Philly stories to the songs most people forgot, Tony remembers everyone, whether you asked him or not. That's a wrap from Studio B.
Whether
Oh
you asked
my
him or not.
God, that is absolutely
Another
the best work ever by Newman Price.
Newman Price said that to us to preview
Wow,
last night.
we listened to it
laughing,
last.
so
And you know I
hysterical.
like to chill it out to the hip hop
Yeah, that was good.
smooth on a Friday afternoon.
Yes.
Here on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT, Tony, Miss Robin with you, whether you like it or not. Now, you know me. I mean, yes, I was a political science major, journalism major in college. I started in news, and then I transitioned to sports when I saw an opening in the sports world with ESPN starting, and they hired me there. And so I could do both. So a lot of sports people, by the way, have not backgrounds in news. So the people, oh, you're just a sports guy. No, I'm not just a sports guy. But one thing I don't like about politics is the dirty tricks involved. That's why I never want to run for office. But I want to bring in people who know what's going on. And the thing that I saw today, and this isn't just because it's a Florida story, it's the fact that major news operations around the country are running with the story as if it's a legitimate poll. Polls are worthless. I've said it. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent. If you're putting out polls every single day and betting polls, and you got to bet on this is just another form of gambling. Go ahead and do it. But to me, the poll that was released this morning is the most laughable, ridiculous garbage you can ever imagine. And if you go on X, this is the lead story. Florida governor race tightens with Jolly leading Donalds in a new poll. The new poll is from the Hart Research Group, which talked to 600 likely voters in 3 days. So I want to bring in a guy. Now, a lot of people are mad because I'm bringing this guy on. This guy is the Republican Party of Florida chairman. Whether you like him or not, this guy also reacts to this. You don't have to be a Republican or a Democrat, but the biggest thing, and I want to thank Evan Power for coming on, the thing that's the biggest surprise to me, Evan, because I worked in Philly, I worked in L.A., so I know how politics work. But the fact that this poll is now being put up there as some sort of, absolutely proof that Byron Donalds is slipping his lead. Have you ever seen a more disingenuous, phony poll in your life or poll?
No, and they've been trying this from the very beginning of this race, is that, Byron Donalds got the president's endorsement. He raised $80 million. He led every single primary poll we had. He obviously won big on Tuesday night. But they've created this narrative that David Jolly has some kind of chance. I want to remind everyone, Donald Trump won the state of Florida by 13 points. We have a 1.5 million voter advantage. We're going to run up a big victory, but we're going to work hard to make sure we do it. But these kind of suppression tactics are done by the Democrats to try to drive investments into Florida.
Exactly, and the thing that I don't even know a lot of these people down here. I met the mayor because we live in Cape Coral, so I went out. I voted for Gunther. What's his name? The first time, but I voted him out, and my vote count because I met the other candidates and saw what they had to offer. So I don't care if he's a Republican or a Democrat. Robin and I both voted to get Gunther out. There's a take out the trash group here in Southwest Florida,
very active,
and they were active, and they were saying this guy's got to go. And so we put them out. So we picked the top two candidates, and they'll face off in November. That's the way elections work. The thing that bothers me, though, Evan, is all of these so-called Republicans. And there's this one guy in particular who's absolutely, there's something wrong with this guy. What's his name? I keep writing him down, Robin. And he's now, he's absolutely insane. And he's supposed to be a Republican. And he's on there saying, David Jolly, and he's mad. And these other people, this one woman with a long neck, who's a Republican insider, who's got 100,000 plus followers, is telling you that you can't vote for Byron Donalds.
Well, there's a lot of people that are saying that they're against Byron because they were pro DeSantis, as if that somehow makes sense. What do you tell people
who are DeSantis Republicans that all of a sudden, because Ron DeSantis, who was the best governor in this state's history, and we all know that, and we voted for him, but now all of a sudden, if you like DeSantis, you can't like Byron Donalds because he's from New York. How idiotic is that?
It is the biggest disconnect, and it started during the presidential primary when the governor was running for president against President Trump. These people created some kind of narrative, and they've done this to unfortunately, to Congressman Donalds throughout the campaign, basically saying he can't follow in the tradition. I would remind them that it was Congressman Donalds who was involved in debate prep when the governor first ran against Andrew Gillum. He's been an ally of the president or of the governor. He also stood side by side with him on victory night when he won re-election. Congressman Donalds is going to follow in the footsteps of Governor DeSantis. He's going to keep Florida free. And I think a lot of this online discussion is really hurting Republicans in Florida because it's taking our eye off the real ball, which is that we have David Jolly, who's campaigning as a moderate. He's not a moderate. And you now have Angie Nixon, who is a socialist, running for the Senate seat against Ashley Moody.
Exactly. It's insane. This woman's a certified nutcase.
Yes, she is.
She's a certified socialist nutcase. She's been screaming in Congress. I mean, people have to learn about their candidates. I don't care who anybody votes for. But if you don't do any homework. Now, obviously, in the gubernatorial race, there were 10, 11 candidates. You can't do research on 10 or 11 candidates, because you have to spend a lot of money to get those people out there. But this one woman, and I need to know her name, Rob, and I told you her earlier, and I didn't write her down. She's some big muckety-muck Republican strategist down here who's absolutely anti because she was for Renner, and now because Renner lost because only friends and family voted. I hear he's a nice guy, that's fine, but he finished like 8th. When you finish 8th, you don't have any room to bitch about your guy not winning, whether he's a good guy or not. How do people not understand this?
And I don't get that. And then you look at Paul Renner, he was a great House Speaker. He just never got traction. And the fact is, in campaigns are sometimes won a year out because you build infrastructure and you're able to raise the money. And Congressman Donalds got out and did that. And right now, we had a great big rally last night in Tampa where we put all our nominees on up. People are excited about them, but you have these people who are trying to kneecap our nominees because somebody got 2 or 3 or 4 or 5%. And it makes no sense, and it's why parties in charge have lost control of states in the past. We're not going to let that happen in Florida, but we have to call these people out for what they're doing.
Yeah, all these idiots online who are supposed Florida conservatives. I mean, if you give me some logic, and I'll say, yeah, they don't have any points. Oh, it's time to send a message to the Florida GOP. Make it loud and clear. We will not be dictated to. Dictated for what? The guy won the primary, and you're not going to vote him. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play their card. Well, if you don't vote for Byron Donalds, you must be racist. You're holding a black man down. I don't play that card, but I'll play that card because Byron Donalds, it's a joke the way people are treating this man.
No, I don't know how he does it on a daily basis. When you look on X, it is brutal, and it has no bearing on real reality. He's one of the most conservative members of Congress that we've ever sent to Congress from Florida, and he's been a great leader for many years. He was a leader in the Tea Party movement. I don't understand what these people are doing except that they want to undermine the Republican Party because they're not getting whatever goals that they wish to have met, which I can't tell you what they are.
Well, Evan, I have a question because one of the criticisms of Byron Donalds is that he used to be a Democrat, and
so did David Jolly,
and so did Trump. But they're holding that against him, and we are seeing a lot of politicians that have changed they've evolved in one direction or another. And what do you say to that argument? For Donalds specifically, but we're seeing it in other states with other politicians as well.
Well, I think you also have to look at the time frame. I mean, Byron Donalds came to Florida in the early 2000s to go to college, and he changed from a Democrat to a Republican around 2010 in the Tea Party movement. He will tell you himself, there's not a lot of people who were raised in the community he was raised with, the skin color he was raised, that are Republicans. He learned the error of his ways when he started working in the real world and understanding what politics was about. And he became involved in the Tea Party movement. He's been elected to the state house as a Republican. He's been elected to Congress as a Republican. Now he's our nominee as a Republican. And if you look at his voting record in Congress, he was one of the most conservative Republicans in the entire Congress.
Yeah, the people on Twitter. I mean, I know Twitter's a vast wasteland, but I have to call these people racist. If you're a Republican and you're voting for David Jolly, you're a racist. And you have to prove to me that you're not a racist. That's how it works, right?
Well, that's
how it works.
That's definitely
you have to prove that you're not a racist. So all of you Florida morons and people from all over the country, yeah, I know Trump was a Democrat. He knows it. Yeah. Everybody knows it. They all loved him when he was a Democrat. But I don't get
the vitriol
the hate
is very
of
strange.
Byron Donalds from these so-called conservatives.
No, it makes no sense to me either, and I've been dealing with this in this primary, and I think there are a group of people, and let me just say this, in Southwest Florida, I'm finding this a lot. There are people I think who claim to be conservatives who may not have the best interest of the conservative cause at heart. They want conservatism to be something that it's not, or they want their own little personal goals to be met or personal political aims, and that's not helpful to the party as a whole.
Exactly. And the thing that bothers me is, polls. Because, there's some legitimate ones, like Real Clear Politics, which takes different polls and puts them together. But the bottom line is this poll that came out today, that's what really ticked me off. Because it's a poll by Democrats, for Democrats, calling likely Democratic voters. 600 people were called in 3 days, and they determined that in 3 days, talking to people who vote Democrat only, David Jolly has taken the lead. That's the thing that bothers me. I don't care who they vote for initially, but when you put a poll out that ridiculously lame, anybody who has a 5 IQ can see right through it, yet they're leading with it on news networks.
Well, and for me, it's a bad rerun of 2024. They did the same thing to President Trump when he was the nominee, saying he was only going to win Florida by 1 point or 2 points, and then we won by 13 points. None of these national pundits who look at these polling can tell you how far Florida has changed right over just the last few years. You look, 8 years ago, Democrats had a 250,000 voter advantage. As we sit today, we have a 1.54 million voter advantage for Republicans. Florida has shifted hard right very quickly, and I don't think people who even attempt to poll Florida accurately can do it because the shift right has been so hard and so fast.
Yeah, it surprises me again because, I know Florida is primarily, there's more Republicans than Democrats, but there's still all of these fake Republicans and fake Democrats here, and they're all confused.
We're also seeing a lot of influx from other states that are moving down here. We're seeing a lot of New Yorkers who are fleeing, and they're coming. A lot of them are moving across the river to Philadelphia because it's cheaper for them to live there, and they're hoping their life will be better than under Mamdani in New York. Many are coming down here to Florida as well.
That's a fact. People are fleeing New York. All these high and no state income tax athletes want to play in Florida. So it's a great place to play. But if you're going to bring David Jolly in here, and you see all of his points, David Jolly is not conservative. He's not even close. He wants to get rid of guns. We'll play the video of him. We'll play the video of what this guy stands for. And he's standing with that crazy woman who shouldn't be allowed anywhere near a government office. So, listen, I don't care who you vote for, but this whole thing about this poll, and all of a sudden now it's, this poll is really something. How about that? A 3-day poll calling 600. I got calls from people. I told them, I'm not telling you who I'm voting for. Go to hell, and hang up on them. So that's the thing that bothers me. And I think it should bother everybody who just wants to have an honest vote. And guess what? We didn't get it. We got it in Florida, but people won't accept hold on. Trump didn't accept the election results in 2020. That's why there was an insurrection. Now Florida voters won't accept the results of an election where Byron Donalds won and he beat 9 other candidates, and it wasn't even close. They're using he didn't get 65% of the vote. Are these people that stupid?
It seems that they're pushing them that way. I mean, it really is something because I've never seen a field this big and robust that someone ran away with it. We all thought that there would be a competitive primary. There just wasn't. And when you look at it, I know some people are finding that hard to accept, but the reality is, look at what the Democrats did. They nominated crazy people. And if you look at, and you talked about David Jolly wanting to take our guns away, he has been on every side of every issue. But the secret is out that now the crazy lady is the Senate nominee. That's exactly how he's going to govern, like Abigail Spanberger in Virginia. That's what you're voting for if you're voting for David Jolly. You're not voting for a moderate.
And Mikey Sherrill, who signed a bill yesterday amid applause that doesn't allow people to pray outside of Planned Parenthood places. That's democracy? I hope the Attorney General, I hope that she is sued into oblivion. And all these trained-sealed women who love to kill their babies behind her clapping when she said people are not allowed to pray in front of Planned Parenthood's places.
Tony brings up, as a woman, it's shameful to me that it's one thing to have a disagreeing opinion and to want to put in certain laws that I would not agree with, but other people do. But to be so joyful about it makes no sense to me.
By the way, the guy I'm talking about is this clown who looks like he's on drugs all the time. Reopen Chris. I'm sure you know about that guy. That guy is he's a paid fraud. He's a paid fraud. Obviously, he's a DeSantis guy, but he absolutely, positively is mentally troubled. And I've told him that on his social media page. I've told him that. And then there's this other guy, Mark Davis for Congress. And he posts today, Republicans for Jolly is starting to become a thing in Florida. And then I look up at his post, and I want you to go look up these posts. Mark Mad Dog Davis. And his posts are the most disgusting, racist garbage. This guy shouldn't be allowed anywhere near Congress.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like, how in the world did Blazarian get even close?
Well, that guy, he had no shot.
I'm glad. I agree. But he was still running, and there were still some people that supported him. And it's like, how are we getting these people? And maybe, Evan, you can, because this is not just in Florida. We're talking about all the states with the rising anti-Semitism, the rising socialism, communism. What is it about the new Democratic Party? And two, how are Republicans going to overcome this?
Well, yeah, and I'll touch on reopen Chris for 1 second. If you ever really want to make him mad, remind him he voted for Kamala Harris and was campaigning for Kamala Harris, so he's not real Republican. But
yeah, he's a phony. Listen, I get it. People get paid to be consultants, but he'll take a check for, maybe the Penn State kids can send him some blow down here to keep him occupied for the next couple of months.
But to your larger point is the anti-Semitism. We've taken a strong stand from the Republican Party. We didn't welcome certain actors onto the stage because of the language that they were using and you calling our now nominee a slave. And just that doesn't have any place. The problem is the Democrats have let those people win office. You have Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib who are in office. My purpose here is to make sure that those people never have a foothold in the Republican Party. But they do have some, I don't know where the anti-Semitism and racism comes from, but some of the fishback followers were talking about economic issues and affordability, and those are things we need to address, but we've got to take a hard line and say that the racism and anti-Semitism has no place in the political rhetoric.
I hear you. That's all. Just makes sense. Again, I don't care if you vote Democrat, Republican, Independent, but all these people now in Florida here are just showing how stupid they are. And it's in all states, but especially here when you're going to put David Jolly back in and don't realize what he means. Look what happened in California yesterday. Aisha Wahab, the first Muslim Afghan-American elected to U.S. Congress, replacing Eric Swalwell. Did they go from bad to worse, electing a pro-Islamic person in California?
They probably did.
It's unbelievable.
Well, since Tony brought that up, our last question really quick, Evan, is that here in Florida, even though we have a very strong red hold, there is a lot of Islamic concerns that people are having with number of mosques opening up, Islamic areas.
We don't want to get into that. Florida doesn't have that problem.
No, they do. They do have
Not
it.
like Michigan. Michigan has basically been taken over.
It's not. But
and Wisconsin right now is the most crazy state in America when you look at the people and what they're doing.
But
there.
I think the problem that we have in the United States is so large, unlike the UK, where it's up front and center for everybody. Here in the United States, there are a lot of places that we just don't see. We don't see it because we don't go there. We're not being inundated. It's not in our face every day. And things are sliding under the rug where we're not paying attention. And what is happening here in Florida, in your opinion? Is it something that we should be concerned about? Is it something we should be concerned about in other states?
Well, I think it's definitely something we should be concerned about in other states. I think here in Florida, Governor DeSantis has done a good job of labeling CARE a terrorist organization and trying not to give them a foothold. We obviously have to be vigilant, but I think we've taken appropriate reactions here in Florida to say that we're not going to let these institutions co-opt our government. But you're seeing in other places where they've given into them, and you mentioned Michigan. Michigan is a place that concerns me. I mean, if you elect Rashida Tlaib, there's some problems with your state. If you nominate Il Sayed as your senator, there's some problems there. And we've got to be vigilant and take on some of those fights in some of those other states.
Exactly. Well, we really appreciate you coming on, Evan. I know a lot of people's heads are exploding because I put you on, but screw them. I'm about getting to the facts, and I'm about exposing the frauds. And this poll is a fraud, and the fact that networks are running with it like it's real. That's why polls should not be talked about until right before an election. We just had an election the day after. They're saying that the Byron Donalds didn't win. I mean, just make it make sense. That's all I want. Hey, Evan, appreciate the time. Thanks so much for coming on, man.
Thank you, guys.
Evan Power. He's got the power. But a lot of people here in Florida are really mad that I put Evan Power on. Oh. How can I put Evan Power on? He's only the Republican Party of Florida chairman. Can you believe this stuff?
Hey, Tony, we need to break.
I know we do. We're going to come back. Much more still ahead. Plus, we have we'll have a fight club. A better fight club than you ever hear.
Oh,
on
them's be fighting
Kale
words.
and Company Fight Club every morning at 9:15. I think this one's already the winner of the week. We'll play that for you. Plus, we'll have more reasons to destroy CNN and that other rag outfit, the Bulwark. Those morons. That's still ahead. It's Tony Bruno, Miss Robin, Friday on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Kale and Company weekday mornings 6 till 10.
Senators and their lack of hard work make teachers look like hardscapers. You know, that's one thing if you're teaching high-end AP courses in 12th grade where you have a bunch of future Ivy League students and you're in a good school district. If you're in a public school district and every day is a battle just to get them to even show up for class, I feel bad for some of those teachers because compared to a senator, they're grinding. Think about that. 14 of the next 21 weeks on recess. But then I got to sit there and say, well, we got Todd Blanche confirmed. We knew Todd Blanche would get confirmed, right?
Start your day with Kale and Company. Weekday mornings 6 till 10 on Talk Radio 1210, WPHT, and the free Odyssey app.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Every bank talks about service, but WSFS Bank shows it every single day. Locally headquartered and committed to the region for nearly 2 centuries. People in your corner who care about your goals. National capabilities that take you wherever you want to grow. And with the wealth management expertise of Bryn Mawr Trust, your milestones are just a whiskfus away. WSFS Bank and Bryn Mawr Trust. We stand for service. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Bryn Mawr Trust is a division of WSFS Bank.
Dawn Stensland here. There's a feeling that comes with driving a Mercedes-Benz. A feeling of confidence, craftsmanship, and arriving exactly where you belong during the Mercedes-Benz Welcome Home celebration. Discover exceptional offers on a selection of new vehicles, including the GLC and GLE SUVs. The Welcome Home celebration happening now. Mercedes-Benz of Westchester, Wilmington, and Atlantic City. YazAutogroup.com, PIAZZA. Tell them Dawn sent you.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They'll help me get the skills and certifications that can get me noticed by top employers in months, not years. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You can now tune in to Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the iHeartRadio app.
Tony Bruno, Miss Robin, Friday afternoon. Oh, biggest story of the day so far, not that stupid poll, but Wisconsin. We got to do this Wisconsin story.
Wisconsin,
I believe right now, if
zero.
you took a poll, Wisconsin is definitely ground zero for the most insane people in America. I never in my life would ever think that the great state of Wisconsin, with all the Packer fans, I mean, they're just good people. It's my favorite place to go. You walk through You walk through Lambeau Field in the parking lots,
Down to earth.
wearing Eagles gear. They're not going to jump you and beat you up. They were giving me bratwursts and drinking beer. I was on the jumbotron at Lambeau Field. That's how much the people out there are friendly and they love their football. But now all of a sudden,
like Minnesota and Wisconsin. I think that the people.
no, Wisconsin is the absolute worst.
Well, it is brown
Minnesota,
soda.
the governor and the people in charge are bad. Wisconsin, the people in charge aren't that bad, but they're trying to make it worse. But this is unbelievable. You got to watch this. This is a meeting. This is a person.
Yeah, this is cut 25, by the way.
There's a right in front of the guess what? Oshkosh B'gosh, right? The city of Oshkosh.
Love them.
Yeah, for little kids' clothes. They make great little kids' clothes, right? Oshkosh B'gosh. Whose kid didn't have it? Robin had a pair of Oshkosh B'gosh
the other day.
things on the other day. So this, I'm not making this up. We will play you the video.
Okay, drop off. Oh, there you go. You're on.
We're in for a beautiful evening. It's going to get down to around 66. Unfortunately, tomorrow the humidity is back. We'll have some rain, maybe even a thunderstorm with a high of 76. Sunday, some clouds and some sun. Showers and a thunderstorm possible. High 85. It'll be humid again, but Monday should be a bit better. High 82.
Kale and Company weekday mornings 6 till 10.
Two different things here. If you're going on vacation with a bunch of adults and you want to have those evenings where you're at the shore house, have a little fire pit or whatever. But if you're just taking your kids for like a 4-day, 3-night vacation to insert whatever beach town, aren't you supposed to be out at the beach or at the pool or on the boardwalk most of the day? Whatever happened to just finding something that's affordable, you're gonna maybe take a nap at, you're gonna sleep at, and you're gonna go in and get a shower? Like, why are you spending $10,000 on something that you're gonna spend like 5% of your vacation time in? It seems like a poor investment.
Have you ever been to the Jersey Shore? He clearly has. Yeah.
Start your day with Kale and Company weekday mornings 6 till 10 on Talk Radio 1210, WPHT, and the free Odyssey app.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Dollar General.
Anthropic's AI model Claude did not solve a mathematical question that's puzzled researchers for more than 150 years, but it made more progress than any human. Anthropic put Claude on the Riemann hypothesis, and Claude pushed the share of zeta zeros on the critical line by 25.6% in one day, compared to human mathematicians pushing it by 0.8% over 37 years. I'm Jason Brooks.
Back to school season is here, and Dollar General has everything you need to start the school year strong. Don't forget to grab a pair of bright yellow sunglasses from the Yellow Glasses Project for just $2. Every purchase makes a difference, with 100% of proceeds helping support teachers, classrooms, and nonprofit organizations working to improve reading and literacy skills across the country. Stop by Dollar General today and shine bright with the Yellow Glasses Project, available now at Dollar General. The Yellow Glasses Project is a program of the Dollar General Literacy Foundation.
Broadcasting live from the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios.
Powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations.
Talk Radio 1210, WPHT.
All right. What the hell is going on out here? As Harry Mays once said, we're back there.
I think we finally figured out what the issue was.
And it wasn't. So I'm not going to pass the buck, and if it's our fault, I will take the blame. Is it our fault,
No,
Robin?
it's not our fault.
It was not your fault.
No, it was not
Is
our
it
fault.
Matt DeSantis' fault?
No.
No,
it's not.
Definitely
Is it,
not Matt DeSantis.
It's Notera's fault.
No, it's not.
Is it Rich
it's not
Cioli's
Kirk's,
fault?
it's nope. It was the crossing the streams. Nobody's fault. We just didn't know any better. So let's
Calm
get back
down, YouTube.
to
Calm down, YouTube chat.
Yeah, YouTube
Apparently,
chat.
Tom Aselby tried to log in during the show. Did somebody remind him that he's not on at this particular time?
Yeah, that was the issue.
Yeah, that was the issue.
Come on,
We
people are
figured
saying they see Tom
I wasn't
Aselby.
We weren't trying to throw a Tom under the bus, but
I'm throwing him under the bus. I'm not going to
he
lie.
kicked us off.
What's the idea of trying to log into a live show? We're trying
Right,
to do a
what the hell?
broadcast
We're
over
trying to
here.
be
Even
broad.
Joe Biden just checked in and said,
I'm sick of this stuff.
I'm sick of this stuff.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I wasn't blaming Matt. I didn't know who to blame.
Yeah.
If it's my fault, I'll take the blame. I'm not passing the buck. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know,
If I had a buck, I wouldn't pass it, but I'm not passing it.
When you get kicked off the air, it's like there is a momentary panic, like, oh my gosh, what happened? Was it the internet? Was it this? Was that? Was that? And we figured it out. We figured it out.
All right, let's get it back on
to
track, so to
Wisconsin.
speak.
We were talking about Wisconsin being ground zero for war.
So now this is actually, we played you the San Diego one where Darth Vader walked up and talked about flock cameras. A guy actually breathing in the whole bit.
It was awesome.
That was awesome. We need to do that
But
more often.
This is the person whom one of the existing school board members refuses to call a woman, and because of that, they are now having an entire recall
of school board members in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I'll let you be the talk. You make the call, as they used to say on Alcoa. Remember now, Alcoa presents You Make the Call. I want you to watch and or listen or both to this person and tell me if this is a man or a woman. Let's go to the tape.
I want you to think about it. Why is this such a roadblock? Why have we spent an hour discussing this? Especially, you say you care about the students, but half of you are not sure what gender is, especially transgender. I know the lawyer said transsexual earlier. That's not the correct term. It's transgender. I'm a transgender woman. My pronouns are she, her, and I will only accept those pronouns. I will not be addressed any other way. And in the workspace, I'm protected by that. Our students should be too, especially when they're not over 18, don't have a voice. So I'm just imploring you to go beyond what, just really consider, what is this fight really about? Why is it such entrenched? I know we hear a lot about religious liberty, and quite honestly, I grew up in Christian education all through college. I don't remember any of my doctrinal classes mentioning only male and female.
So
that's from Oshkosh Area Board of Education.
Now, for those of you not being able to watch it on the YouTube channel, this is an incredibly obese person.
But the great hair, she had the half purple, and then the other side was completely
bald.
shaved. And she was only about what? 3.5 bills, 4 bills?
At least 4 bills.
That means 100 pounds. Yeah, 400 pounds.
And straight purple hair, like imagine
it was perfect. Whoever did her hair, its hair, perfectly shaved on one side, and then right at the top, that's where the blue or the purple hair starts.
Neon purple.
And it's a good look, especially with the nice, beautiful, supple breasts.
What it looks like to me is that somebody took purple doll hair.
Yes.
And pasted it onto a bald head, but only on one side. Like maybe they ordered a pack of 2 to go on both sides, but only one of them came in, and so they just pasted it on one side and they didn't do the other because it is flat as glass.
I mean, that's special. Just imagine the work involved in not only looking like that, but then getting up and talking about that how it has to be called a woman or she.
She, her.
Is there any planet, if that person was shot to the moon and landed on moon and there were actual creatures there, would they be able to say that's
white, possibly male?
Exactly, yes.
A male, possibly white.
She is a male and she is white, but she's also mentally ill.
Yes. I mean, that's the biggest problem that we have in this country right now. And it gets tied to so many different issues, whether you can go into the bathroom or not, whether you shot up your school or you shot Charlie Kirk, they're like, we have a mental health problem, and it is in so many different facets of our life. We need to get this under control. I don't need Manglemush. Did that used to be a man or a woman? It used to be a man, and now it's something completely different.
And imagine walking into a school board in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, like that.
And insisting that
they have to fire all the other school board members because they won't call her a woman.
It is definitely.
I would have had her. I would have brought in a crane and then put a straitjacket around her. They'd have to get an XXXXXL straitjacket.
No, they'd have to get the extenders, like the
Exactly.
extenders on the like for the seatbelt extenders for in the airplane. They would have to get the straitjacket extenders.
Seriously,
There
we've
you
seen
go.
a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are men pretending to be women who look like a woman. You'd have
Yeah.
to look or feel or touch. Eddie Murphy found that out when he was on the streets, and so did Hugh. What's his name? Hugh Jackman.
Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Yes.
Remember Hugh Grant? You pick up a hooker on the street, you don't realize she gets in the car, and then you find out it's a he. What do? We know there's not one thing on earth that could look at that thing and say it's a woman.
No.
No matter what.
It's insane that they are doing this in Wisconsin. And okay, I have a theory. Folks, about places like Wisconsin, about all these women who are standing and supporting Lindsay, Clancy, all of these empathetic type situations. It's because it's too nice. Like they're so worried about not being nice. And there is a difference between being nice and being kind. It is not kind to allow somebody with a mental illness to continue going that road.
And then demand that the people who are working for a school board have to bow to her or else they get fired.
It is not kind.
That's not acceptance. That's like demanding that you call him a woman.
I know.
I would have had that person. I'm serious. I would have had people come in there with rubber jackets, a bunch of them, and throw a rubber basket over her.
It is not kind to allow drug addicts to stay out on the street. Yeah, making them go into a rehab, forcing them, arresting them, that's not nice, but it is the kind thing to do because allowing them to slowly kill themselves is not kind. Not saying anything might be the nicest thing, but it's not kind. And we need to start being more kind rather than
I'll be kind
nice.
to people who aren't mentally ill because those mentally, and I'm not talking about severe mental illness like that. That's severe.
Yes.
That's not just somebody dressing up and pretending to be a woman. That's a mental illness, and that needs to be addressed now. Oshkosh, Bagosh. I don't think Oshkosh even makes something big enough to fit on that thing.
They would have to put a couple overalls together to make that.
Wow.
I know.
We're coming right back. 877-855-839-12. 855-839-1210. That was dyslexic. Did I just go dyslexic?
Yeah, you just had a brain aneurysm. Let's not do that
No,
again.
no, I had a migraine. Robin, brain aneurysm, really?
We'll be right back on 1210 WPHT.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-220-6409 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-220-6409. That's 800-220-6409. What do you have to lose? Call 800-220-6409. Again, 800-220-6409.
Hi, this is Dom Giordano. Many people put off dental treatment for years because of fear, anxiety, or a bad experience. At Bent's Dental Group, your comfort comes first. Dr. Robert Bentz, Dr. Emily Bentz, board-certified prosthodontists, understand every patient is different. Every treatment plan and every experience is customized to each individual's comfort level. You'll be saying, I wish I hadn't waited so long. Schedule a consultation with Bent's Dental Group and discover how comfortable modern dentistry can be. 610-272-6949.
And now, Babbel proudly presents The Cat Chat.
Bonjour, monsieur. Yes, hi. I'm staying in room 22, and I was wondering if there was anyone I could chat with about my sheets. They seem to be making me just really itchy.
Pardon, vous avez dit un chat?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I just want to chat with maybe like the cleaning service, see which detergent they use. Just a chat.
Chat.
Please, I'm so itchy.
Un instant, s'il vous plaît. Mathis, J'ai un client qui demande un chat.
Oh, my goodness. I thank you. It's just a chat, really just a...
Voilà.
What?
Sir, you requested a cat to scratch you.
Traveling mistakes can really be absurd. Learn to speak like the locals with Babbel, and no one will mistake your chat for a cat.
Sir, please. Your cat.
Get up to 50% off on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to get up to 50% off. BABBEL.com.
Tomorrow's 6:05 Phillies Cardinals game can be heard on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. The Phillies are on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT tomorrow.
Looking for an auto repair shop you can actually trust? McCullough's Auto Repair has been serving Delco since 1999. They believe honesty, fairness, and friendly service still matter. Chuck and Ralph run the place. No matter your car's issue, they'll explain it in plain English and help you decide what really needs to be done now and what can wait. Chuck's motto is, I'll never steer you wrong. Call McCullough's at 610-446-1230 and ask for Chuck or Ralph, or visit mcculloughsautorepair.com.
Keep free speech alive. Follow 1210 WPHT on the free Odyssey app. Download it now.
.451 Friday afternoon. Tony, Miss Robin, having fun with you, talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I told you earlier about the Easton police calling a guy a white Hispanic.
Yes.
We need to have when police go around, they should have one of those cards, with the different, when you go into makeup and you're looking at the different shades.
Yes.
Of, there's like the light.
Yeah, so that you can match your
so they should,
foundation.
but they should be like little transparent color slides.
Yeah, okay.
And then you put it in front of a light just to try to match, and then you put it up against the person's skin.
Well, there should be. How about if it's a hole,
Mhm.
and then they can pass it over the perp's face, and then it'll match it on the outside. Like, yep, that looks.
Yeah,
like
I don't
it.
care.
That looks
Make
like
it as easy
fits.
as possible.
You are a pasty white guy, or
You don't have to insult people, Robin. I mean, you're pasty white.
I am pasty white.
If you had makeup on and you weren't as pasty as you normally are, sans makeup,
Yes.
would you?
I'm like, when I go in, I usually am like a medium fair. That's That's what them called.
I'm Sicilian, so I'm going to always be darker. So am I a dark skin Italian?
You are a white Italian, I would say.
I'm not
Caucasian
white.
Italian.
Even when I have no sun at whatsoever,
That's true.
even in my whitest moments, I cannot be described as white because my skin is not white anywhere except under my foot. The bottom of my foot is the only white. The only white part of me is when I look at the bottom of my feet. They are white. There's nothing else on my body as white. So we got to get rid of this white talk. There's no such thing as a white person.
When you started saying other than under my, I was like, oh dear, what is he going to say? Oh no.
Robin.
Matt, were you worried too?
Worried about what? I'm trying to find out where I'm white. And I'll show you right now, even under my feet. See, they're white. Look. That's white.
That's white.
That's the only
Little
white
pinky,
part of me.
pinky white.
Maybe my buttocks. Because I don't want to have my butt tanned because it hurts when you get sunburn on your butt. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is a public service
Been there,
announcement,
done
ladies and
that.
gentlemen.
Been there, done that.
Wear sun protection and wear protection everywhere these days.
Hey, Tony, just to leave on because we don't have a lot of time before this next commercial break. Can I play something fun?
Yes.
I saw it yesterday and it was absolutely hysterical. It is cut number 3. This is a photo only.
Photo only?
Yeah, this is a satire account. This is Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Cut number 3. Oh, I have to get to the actual thing, and I wasn't fast enough.
There's like a street that's being blocked by all these cones.
So this is
traffic
in Pennsylvania.
cones.
We see this a lot in Pennsylvania, right? Road work.
Mm-hmm.
Braking. This is a satire account, everybody. Breaking. Pennsylvania confirms minimum 7 guys required to dig 1 hole. Pennsylvania officials confirmed Thursday that a roadside hole cannot be approached without assembling a minimum of 7 men. Advisory board. 1 man digs, 2 supervise the man digging, and 1 supervises the supervisors. 1 stands near a truck eating something wrapped in foil, and 2 have been discussing a completely unrelated retaining wall they worked on in 2006. We don't take chances, one worker reported said. Last year, somebody tried looking into a hole alone. Never again. Work briefly resumed around 10:17 a.m. before someone said, whoa, 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 causing the entire operation to shut down for another 45 minutes. A specialist was then called over to squint at the dirt. He confirmed it was dirt. Traffic remains backed up 6 miles.
Listen, working out in this kind of weather, people who go up on poles and fix power lines and stuff. But no, you're right. You're absolutely right. They send out like 6 guys and 1 guy's digging.
Yeah. And the rest are just looking on, and it takes forever. Why can't we be like Japan, where they can replace an entire freeway?
Or like Florida, where we got hurricane damage and the roads were fixed in 2 days. We're coming right back. You know what's coming up, Robin?
Yes.
It's the award-winning
our company saw
Live at 5.
Oh, whoops.
I'm sorry. That's got
maybe a tired
Hey, Smith,
landlord.
And if you're thinking about replacing your roof, you've got to call Lemus Remodeling. They combine the personalized service of a trusted local company with the strength and experience of Lemus Construction, a brand that's been serving customers for 19 years. Lemus is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and a GAF Master Elite Contractor with a 3-star President's Club Award winner. So you don't have to roll the dice with a small contractor or pay the prices of one of the giants. Visit GoLemus.com or call 610-GO-LEMUS today and tell them Nick sent you.
At Tri-County CDJR, something exciting is happening. Our inventory is going up while our prices are going down. And right where they meet, that's the perfect moment to buy. Right now, get up to 20% off new 2026 Ram 1500s, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. More inventory, lower prices. Find your perfect deal at 422jeep.com. That's 422jeep.com.
That'll be $54.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting a $10 bonus on groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, we already earned enough this morning to pay for some extra treats you can bring to school this week.
Wait, so the app pays for snacks?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
With Upside, you can earn cash back on your everyday essentials and back-to-school favorites. The free app also gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code SCHOOL10 to get a $10 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code SCHOOL10 to get a $10 bonus. Remember, use promo code SCHOOL10.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Hi, this is Larry Steinhaus, and I want to let you know that I buy houses. I buy houses from people that may be a tired landlord, maybe somebody who's having trouble selling their house, or maybe someone who needs to sell their house quickly. Well, all you need to do is call 855-939-1137. That's 855-939-1137, and I promise to answer the phone and help you with your situation. That's right, your house may be cluttered. It may be a house that a relative left you, or it may just be a house you just want to get rid of. 855-939-1137.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Pennsylvania. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Kale and Company weekday mornings 6 till 10.
This was the first year that I was able to be a sports dad. The only time I lost my ever-loving sugar honey iced tea, while other kids were swinging a bat, loosening up, wrapping up a little long toss, and she was on the phone. So I walked over there, and there was nobody around. I said, "Give me that phone right now." Pay attention to the game. I'm telling you, these phones, total disaster. And I'm guilty. I should have put my foot down years ago. Can't put the genie back in the bottle. It is what it is at this point. For the future of other dads out there that still have time, put the foot down.
Start your day with Kale and Company. Weekday mornings 6 till 10 on Talk Radio 1210, WPHT, and the free Odyssey app. WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios, powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
From ABC News, I'm Mike Dubusky. The family of Doris Miller is weighing in after reports the White House is considering renaming a Navy aircraft carrier that's currently under construction. The vessel was set to be named after Black World War II hero Doris Miller. Now it could be named after President Trump. Here's reaction from Selena James, Miller's great niece.
He gave it all, but it wasn't good enough. He's not, it still sends a message of inequality. You know, something that as America that we fight so hard to bridge the gap in.
Two sources familiar say this is not a done deal and that the name change is simply under consideration. White House sources also now say President Trump could issue a new executive order within the next 2 weeks, temporarily lifting tariffs on imported beef. The defense team in the Lindsay Clancy murder trial rested its case today. The Massachusetts mother has pleaded not guilty of murder and the deaths of her 3 children. Her defense team saying she was suffering from postpartum psychosis. Here's ABC's Peter Haralambous.
In total, the defense calling 10 witnesses over the course of 1 week. That's to the prosecution's 3 weeks of testimony and 71 witnesses. Their last witness, a renowned expert in postpartum psychosis. He was arguably the star witness in the trial of Andrea Yates, and he described that Lindsay Clancy was, quote, frankly psychotic, that she was, quote, like a puppet with someone else pulling the strings, and basically said that in the moment of the killings, she really had no control of herself, no way to distinguish between right and wrong.
And we're learning some new details about that deadly plane crash in Alaska yesterday. The Cessna plane was serving as an air taxi from Anchorage when it crashed on approach to Cape Newenham, killing all 8 people on board. The NTSB says visibility was poor at the time and that investigators are now on their way to the accident site. And Ukrainian officials now say 14 people have been killed in a Russian attack on a shopping center. You're listening to ABC News.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
These days, heading back to school means more than pencils and notebooks. It means laptops, tablets, online accounts, and a lot of personal information moving across the internet. WebRoot Total Protection gives families powerful online defense tools with antivirus, VPN, cloud backup, identity protection, and more, helping keep your digital life secure throughout the school year and beyond. Go to webroot.com/radio and get 60% off today. That's webroot.com/radio for 60% off. Live a better digital life with WebRoot, because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
The FDA and the CDC are reporting an E. coli and salmonella outbreak linked to alfalfa sprouts.
The sprouts come from Everything Sprouts, a Minnesota grower. The FDA had previously warned the company last year after finding insanitary conditions at their facility. Health officials saying the product should not be eaten and thrown away. Yuri Benajad, ABC News, New York.
More than 50 illnesses have been reported across 15 states. At least 4 people have been hospitalized. The manhunt continues in Massachusetts for a 58-year-old woman wanted in connection with her police officer husband's death. ABC's Aaron Katersky has details.
An urgent search outside Boston for Karen Solomon, a therapist who advocated for police officers, now a suspect in the death of her police officer husband. Kurt Solomon was a patrolman with the Worcester Police Department for 31 years before his fellow officers found him dead Tuesday morning after responding to a 911 call from the couple's home. Now investigators are racing to determine what happened inside that house, and sources say whether there had been prior instances of domestic violence.
Right now, Karen Solomon is not charged with any crime. NASA says the Artemis II crew will receive the Congressional Medal of Space honor next week. The 4-person crew, including 3 NASA astronauts and 1 from the Canadian Space Agency, completed the 10-day mission around the moon back in April, breaking a distance record for the furthest humans have ever traveled in space. It was the first human spaceflight back to the moon in 50 years. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
In a recent survey of 123,000 wireless customers, Pure Talk was the only wireless company to receive 5 stars in every category: coverage, support, value, and data. What else do you need to know? Switch to Pure Talk today and get any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plan, for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract, no commitment. Dial pound 250, say micro, and let Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team help you make the switch.
A plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
The events of September 11th changed our nation forever. As we approach the 25th anniversary, Talk Radio 1210 WPHT is looking to hear directly from those who experienced that day firsthand. Were you a first responder who answered the call on September 11th? Were you in New York City, Washington, or near Shanksville? Share your story as part of our special 25th anniversary broadcast, 9/11 Through the Eyes of, a collection of personal memories, reflections, and experiences from those whose lives were forever changed. If you have a first-hand account and would like to be considered for an interview, visit 1210wpht.com/911story. Let's remember, honor, and preserve them for future generations. Go to 1210wpht.com/911story.
This is Edward James Olmos. Did you know that today 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic? That means many of the future doctors, engineers, and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net. Brought to you by the Hispanic Scholarship Fund and the Ad Council.
Another Friday in Studio B. Time to bring this week to an end. Tony and Miss Robin in Studio B. Got the stories, got the laughs here on WPHT.
Come on, everybody.
Every weekday the dial is tuned to 1210. It's almost the weekend, but Monday we'll start it all again. 5 days of stories, 5 days on the air. Tony's got the takes, Robin's always there. 1 minute sports, next minute who knows? But in Studio B, that's just the way it goes. Tony takes a story back to 1982. Robin shakes her head, cause there's nothing she can do.
Uh-oh. Do not tell me this happened again.
I don't hear the song now.
That was bizarre. It just stopped.
Did it end? We back? I wanted to hear the big finish, man.
I know we love that last part where it says he'll something about the song even if you don't want it to. It's okay. We're here. We're
all right. I mean,
the
everything's
drive
like
to
being
5.
abrupt today.
I know. What is going? You guys
What
got
is
a
going
ghost?
on? Like, Harry Mays just called in. You know what he said?
What is going on back there?
I don't know.
Ghost in the system.
Wow.
I am pissed off.
I am too. I may start drinking early, even though I haven't drank in a while. I need to do cocktail tonight, Robin. I'm sorry.
Oh, I can do that. Since we were talking about yesterday, the New York ISIS terrorist that was caught.
Yeah, she's
and
lovely,
foiled.
by the way, if you haven't seen her.
The initial photographs of her was her in a full burqa. You couldn't see her face. She's shopping. They're showing this like as if it's a mugshot or like we're supposed to be able to see who it is. They gave out the name, but then we didn't actually know what she looked like. But
She's lovely. She's as lovely as you would expect her to be.
You could sort of see the outline of her in the burqa. Let's go to cut 1 where we actually can finally see her lovely face.
Let's take a look at her, shall we? Is she like the chick with the half purple hair and the half shaved head, or more hideous?
She is what you expected. Although I have to say, she didn't have blue or purple hair. She does have normal looking hair.
Oh yeah, she's lovely.
Isn't she lovely?
Oh yeah.
So this is the woman who decided that she would be treated better and really wanted to join ISIS.
Mm-hmm. The American woman,
Yeah.
radicalized, wore a burqa, which is probably the size of a tent. That's a big tent. When we hear about the party of the big
they are
tent,
very inclusive.
that's the big tent that the Democrats are talking about.
That's the big tent.
Speaking of big tent, did you see the other woman from the Black Panther Party, the chairwoman, demanding the release of convicted killer Carmelo Anthony?
No.
Yes. Black power.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like,
I know.
what is it with the obesity?
I know.
How's this woman going to chase down Black power people who are anti-Black power?
No, I actually retweeted because her breastises are so large that
Not does anything, and they're natural. At
yeah,
least.
and just looking at her, my back hurt. Like I tweeted, I responded to her the video that she posted. I said, "Girl, go get breast reduction checked out. It will change your life."
One of
she just
our,
looks like she looks like she's in pain. I don't know.
One of our followers, Chin Music, real Chin Music on X, says that woman looks like she's living in a van down by the river with Matt Foley. Remember that bit? Wow.
Yeah, no,
What is going on with this morbid? This is not just morbid obesity.
You know,
what's the next level up? Is up from morbid.
I think that's
massive.
The top. I think that's the morbid obesity is the top that you can go. Now, I'm heavy. Like I am.
Robin, you're not morbidly obese.
No, I'm not morbidly obese, but I've struggled with my weight my entire life.
Just a little. Would you call yourself a BBW? No, you're white.
No, but I mean, I definitely have some. Extra
BBW is a big, beautiful woman.
Big,
right,
beautiful woman. I'm a big, beautiful woman. I fluctuate with my weight constantly, struggle with it. But when you get to be that large, it's just painful. Like,
tell me about it.
When I was breastfeeding and my boobs grew to ginormous,
mm-hmm.
It was painful. It was painful. Like my back hurt constantly. You can't wear bras comfortably. It's horrible.
Yeah, that woman should have been on my 700-pound life.
People are asking. DJ Brady B is saying, "Is it red wine Friday yet, Miss Robin?"
I'm not going red wine. We had a glass of red wine because Mom, after we were talking about chicken parm and veal parm, Robin did what the good wife will do. She made chicken parm.
I know.
It tastes so
after the
good.
show yesterday, I immediately started making chicken parm, and when it was done, came out of the oven. I bowed to Tony and I said, "Your wish is my command."
Thank you
and
very
he
much.
very happily said, "As it should be." And I was like,
right.
I
got to train real good, folks. You got to train your women right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You just be happy I do that every now and then. So can we go on to the next segment yet, guys?
Do we have the Reverend there?
He should be connecting in about 2 minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay.
The other big stories of the day, Easton can't tell you what color a suspect who's arrested for 4 charges, including strangulation, assault, and other things. He is, though, a male. A male who is... a
male, possibly white.
Well, I don't know. He's half white, at least, even though he doesn't look half white to me. And then, of course, you have the stupid poll, and then Wisconsin's crazy. And then we got to play the immigrants run wild.
We will definitely do that. Now, the Reverend Jordan Wells is coming on here next. We're just getting him connected. He is a pastor. He is pro-Israel Zionist.
And Roe Warrior said he's a Zioli favorite. So if it's a Zioli favorite,
well then. But we've been following him for quite some time.
Absolutely.
He is a brilliant writer. He has several very good books out. The latest book that he published and is available on Amazon is called The New Marxist Revolution Inside the Democrat Party. I think his insights into the Democrat Party are bar none. I mean, he really can see what's going on. And being a Black man who probably for most of his life.
I think probably for all of his life, Robin.
No, let me finish the sentence. For most of his life, was told that he was
Mm-hmm.
needed and had to be a Democrat. Very similar to Byron Donalds. Kind of woke up one day after working really hard and realizing, wait a minute, the Democrats are not doing what they promised that they were going to be doing for me my entire life. And this is one of the reasons why we really wanted to get him on, because of his insight into
Mm-hmm.
this arena. And
we like to have, because if you listen to all the regular talk shows, far right or far left, I don't care about either of that stuff. I just want people who can see things differently.
Yes.
Because the whole thing is that the thing that bothers me is when black people are told they have to vote this way and that way. And I made a comment about that once, and I got in trouble for it. I'm not knocking black people. I'm just saying that a lot of times in Philadelphia, the Democrats take advantage and just assume because you're a black person in Philadelphia that you must vote for one party. Right. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That's the way it works. And remember, Joe Biden said, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. And so that's the thing.
Well,
that's the thing. The thing that Joe Biden talked about.
And I also think, just like when I was told that I had to vote for Hillary Clinton because I was a woman and that she was going to break the glass ceiling, I was like, wait a minute. No, just because I'm a woman does not mean that I have to vote for somebody that's a bad candidate. And I can think for myself, thank you very much. And I think that the Black Americans are kind of waking up to that same concept. They're like, wait a minute. Why are you telling me that I have to vote some way just because of the color of my skin? Just like I said, just because of my gender, it sort of makes you sort of like take stock of it and go, wait a minute. If you're telling me and you're assuming that I'm going to vote some way just because of who I am, that's wrong. That's either racist, misogynist, whatever. And so we like to hear, and we don't hear enough from people that have sort of woken up, and the Reverend Jordan Wells is definitely one of them. He's an amazing man.
It's not about waking up. It's about it's about being a man of the people.
Well,
he's a reverend. He's written books.
Well, and thinking for yourself.
He's learned.
He's and not doing exactly what you're told you have to do, and just sort of taking stock and saying, you know what, I'm here for common sense. And we are waiting. While we are waiting to see.
By the way, did you hear the other story in the top of the hour news?
Uh-huh.
Are we allowed? Remember when everything alfalfa sprouts now? Did you hear that? Alfalfa sprouts are now they're finding bacteria in that. This is supposed to be healthy foods. Alfalfa sprouts. It's supposed to be good for you, right?
Yes. Alfalfa sprouts, people get them mixed up and they get the little sprout green. It's really good for you.
But what are we learning? What did we learn the other day? Well, first we're now like goat cheese and goat cheese, feta cheese, not goat cheese. Goat cheese is still okay, but apparently feta.
Well, in Greece is being.
But feta is not only made in Greece. Correct. We have cows, we have sheep and goats here.
Yes, but it's only in Greece that there's a shortage right now because of the Greek.
Not Greek yogurt. That's totally different.
That are being.
488,000 sheep have had to be killed because of this. Now, but you know what happened? Remember when we had to there was no eggs and everything else, and then eggs went up to $10 a dozen because when you have to kill birds with the avian flu, that's what happens. Okay, Robin, relax. Let me finish my point. When we had the avian flu, all the egg prices went up, right? Yep. Chicken prices went up, but eventually chicken grows fast, and so we replenished that. Now we got alfalfa sprouts. Everything's tainted. Don't eat salads. I'm gonna have a pizza tonight. The hell with it. Let's bring on the man himself. He's one of my favorite followers. I think he follows me too on social media. That's what smart people do. They follow each other. He's a reverend. He's a former congressman. He's a man of the people. Reverend Jordan Wells joins us right now here on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate the time, brother.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Now, where are you right now? You're not here in Florida, are you?
I am in Florida. I live in Florida.
That's what I thought.
That's what we thought too, because we live in Florida too. We're
that's
here
why
in
I'm
the
so
Southwest
involved
Florida.
that's why I'm so involved in Florida elections, because I live here.
Now, which part now? Because we have to put the lines of demarcation. We're Southwest Florida, here in Cape Coral, the Fort Myers area. What part of Florida are you in right now?
I'm in Jacksonville.
All right, way north, way up north, where it gets too
I'm
cold in the winter
way,
for me.
way north.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. I love Jacksonville. It's like the largest geographical city in the country. I mean, it's the biggest. You know that, Robin? Jacksonville is technically by size the biggest city in America. Am I right, Robin?
Yeah, it is, and it's a hidden jewel. Our politics are a little wonky right now, but thank God, that's why we have to keep a good governor in the mansion so that we can keep our Democrat mayor at bay. But we have a conservative majority on the city council, so they check her. But yeah, I moved here about 6 years ago, and I like Jacksonville. I mean, I thought I was going to come to move to Orlando. But I ended up settling in Jacksonville with my family.
Now, Reverend, where were you from originally?
I'm from Indiana.
Indiana.
Beautiful.
Now,
yeah, Indianapolis.
We have been
Knocktown,
following,
baby, Circle City. I'm sorry, I had to do that.
Now, we've been following you for long. You have great insight. You have great writing. What was your travel through to becoming not only conservative but a reverend, so that people know your background?
I was a reverend. I was a reverend before I was I ran for Congress. I didn't get in. So,
okay.
Yeah, but I was a reverend first and a conservative afterwards, and I tell people that's how it should be. And so for me, I was not a born Republican, and I always tell people that because people think, as strong as I am on the conservative movement, that I was born this way. I tell people my mom is a Democrat still, and most of my family are Democrats. And so when I became a reverend at 18, I was very young.
Wow.
I voted for Obama the first time. And
Me
because
too.
I was told,
Most people did, yep.
Right? I was told because he was black, and and it was a great thing. He honestly he ran a moderate campaign. So I tell people now, if you took the Obama 2008 Obama, he would be a Republican. He ran on borders, he ran on illegal immigration. He ran it wasn't until 2012 that I became a Republican when he ran the second time and he switched. And he became very liberal, which he was always a liberal. I think he just saw the politics changing and he started to go with what was already in him, And so I could not vote for Obama the second time. And that was the first time I ever voted Republican. I voted, for the other guy because I just could not support some of the policies that he had. But I didn't know at the time that was a rare thing for a black person not to vote for a Democrat. So nobody told me until like Trump came in the picture and I started supporting him as a pastor that I wasn't supposed to be doing that.
Right.
And then a lot of my black pastor friends attacked me, and that kind of started my journey. And in 2022, I kind of got into politics, ran for Congress, ran a few campaigns, ran for U.S. Congress, and just got real deep into politics. Also, still pastoring a church, and traveling and preaching. So yeah, and then that's been my journey, and now we're kind of all over the place. We've been on Jubilee and Fox News and News. We are regular on Newsmax, and all the other ones, but it was a long journey.
Now, of course, everybody knows you're a Republican, and you mentioned that if you're a Republican, you're supposed to. Joe Biden says you ain't black if you don't vote for Democrats, and it's nice to see. Again, I don't care what people vote for, but I just think that people like you and other friends of mine who aren't, who aren't Democrats are afraid to say that they support conservatives. There's nothing wrong with being conservative. There's nothing, it's like the whole white supremacist and there's Nazis and all this other stuff. most people who are white are not Nazis and they are not hateful people. We just want common sense. That's all. It shouldn't even be called liberals and Democrats. It should be called common sense and people who are whacked out on both sides. The fringe on both sides, we need to tune those people out, man.
Well, I realized, man, recently that I am actually more of a moderate, apparently, because that we have some crazies on our side too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
a lot of them in
don't-
here
and
in Florida too, I'm finding out.
right? So I didn't know that I wasn't one of those crazies, right? So I'm like, I guess I'm more of what they would call a moderate Republican. I believe in, I mean, moderate Republican. I always thought that those people like the worst, right? But I've realized that the far right of our party, some of them are just as dangerous as the left.
Oh, yeah.
And
100%.
and some of them are racist, and some of them are just nasty, and they use Christianity to they hijacked it, and they're bad people too. Some of them. So I've had to learn that. But I always stand for the fact that I tell my black friends that's not all Republicans. You have you have bad people in both parties. But I have had great experiences with white people. I first of all, when I became a Christian, I realized that, and this is what I tell black, church people that I pastored or that I interact with. I've had some of the most loving people. I actually went to all white church. It wasn't all white, but it was mostly predominantly white, and it was the most amazing thing. They invited me on a leadership team, and I really changed. Which I've never been like had any anger toward white people. My mom, as much as she is a Democrat, she never really taught me to hate white people. She just never talked about it, and I thank God she didn't. And so I've never really had this thing that a lot of black people have where it's this like all white people are racist thing. Are there racist white people? Yes, but I've actually, in my experience, have said that black people can be a lot more racist than white people. So racism is a part of the human condition. I mean, there are people racist on black, there are white people racist, black people, there are Asian people who are racist. But to label a whole party racist is not a good thing. And so I don't vote based off race. I think race is an important thing. I don't want white people to deny that they're white. And I want white people to love that they're white. And I also think black people should like being black. God created us all the way we are. Now, the problem I have is when that's the only reason we voting, right?
Right.
I'm voting for this candidate because they're white and I'm white, or this person, I'm voting for them because they're black and I'm black. I think that's bad politics, and that's what got us into this mess in the first place.
Now I saw you rip the Pope today too, and I'm he's not my Pope, even though I'm a Catholic, a bad Catholic. But the hypocrisy going on in the Vatican, and I know I saw you posted about that today, where the Pope's out there. I mean, what's up with this guy?
I didn't know that the Massachusetts governor, because I'm doing some scrolling on TikTok. I didn't know that it was a famous nun in America calling her out. I didn't know she was a Catholic. And so apparently she's supposed to be a devout Catholic. She just signed the most demonstrous, which we conservatives have been telling people that this was happening, and they swore when Kamala was running that this doesn't happen. Nobody in the country is saying that you can kill babies up until birth. And we were saying, yes, they did. Minnesota passed these laws, and now we see it in the open with Massachusetts. But so I said it's funny that the Pope, and I have good Catholic friends. I'm not attacking the Catholic Church. They're great Catholics. Some of my close friends are Catholic in politics, right? So I mean, there are some devout Catholics who love the Lord, and a lot of Catholics don't agree with the Pope. So
I don't agree with the Pope. I hate the Pope.
Right? It's like they didn't get the vote on the Pope either. So the Pope has become a very political. I believe the people who chose the Pope chose him because of politics, because he's American. They knew Trump was coming in office, and so they wanted somebody that would carry some weight as an American Pope. His brother said he was liberal. Well, his brother's a Republican conservative, and he said my brother's kind of liberal. And people thought he was just saying that, but no. So you got this Massachusetts Catholic that comes out And basically, he should be speaking out about this because one of the core tenets of the Catholic Church is against abortion, right?
Yep.
They believe that all life, some of the biggest pro-life organizations are Catholic organizations.
And by the way, did you
big.
see that? The worst part, though, Reverend, is that all these women standing around her were like applauding when she said, "Yay, you can kill a baby, even up to when the crown is coming out from the birthing chamber." And these women, and then yesterday, Mikey Sherrill in New Jersey, the governor, signed a bill, it's an executive order that bans people from praying outside of abortion clinics. How is that an American thing? You can't, but you can go in Times Square in New York and put out prayer rugs and play Muslim calls to prayer in the middle of a street. But people who are opposed to abortion, I'm not saying going in there and breaking stuff up. I'm saying pray quietly in front of an abortion clinic. That's illegal, according to Mikey Sherrill in New Jersey.
You know what I thought is funny is that when the whole ICE thing was going on, that Renee Good and Alex Peretti were martyrs, and they were actually physically getting involved with ICE and enforcement of ICE agents. But now you can't even stand. So the left called that peaceful protesting. They said when she blocked her car, when she used her car to stop an ICE agent, she was peacefully protesting. But now, as a Christian, you can't even sit and you can't stand with tape over your mouth, being a voice for the unborn, and just stand there. You can't even do that.
Yeah.
So the left, they don't care about. And I've been telling Christians this for the longest. We need to get engaged in politics. Where we're just a pastor in Michigan that went viral, who's President Trump's, I guess, one of his pastors that he loves, Lorenzo. And he's been sounding the alarm that people of faith need to get involved in politics. Muslims are very involved in politics. When they vote on these candidates, they're seeing 80% turnout of Muslim people. They're turning out, and yet we have pastors telling their congregations that we don't need to get involved in politics because it's so dirty and evil, and we're so religious, and we can't have our hands tainted with the filth of that evil politics. And it's like, well, we're losing our country. We got abortion laws up to the 9th month happening in these places because Christians only turn out about 30% in national elections. What would it look like, especially if white evangelicals who are leading the front of this, if these big pastors would actually turn out 80%, 70%? The Democrats would have no chance of winning elections in places like Texas. Texas is 60% Christian. Yet we have a candidate in Texas that is literally like running on the most anti-God platform. What would happen if these massive mega churches in Texas would sound the alarm and tell their people to go vote against people? Like, well, that's what they do in these Muslim places like Michigan. They have elections. They said there's a Muslim candidate. Go support that Muslim candidate. And they all turn out in their mosque.
Yep.
And they go vote in. Now that's why we got Muslim in Michigan running for the Senate.
You know, the thing is, like, I grew up in Philly, and obviously Philly votes Democrat no matter what, 73 years, one-party rule. And I grew up a Democrat in Philly because that's what you did, you know. But then I went to California, and they had a Republican governor there, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know. But then, obviously, then eventually they'll vote for Democrats, and that's what they do, too. Here in Florida, though, we just had an election. Byron Donalds won easily. And then all of a sudden, you got polls saying that he really didn't win. He didn't get 68. There were 11 candidates. He beat them all. And now the Republicans, the so-called Republican Party here in Florida, is now mad that Byron Donalds won, and they don't want to accept him, and they're willing to vote for a Republican-turned-Democrat who is against everything that people in Florida, or most Americans, want happening in their lives. Can you explain what's happening here with these people in Florida who are supposed conservative Republicans?
Well, you guys are the type of people that are the type of people that I jive with, right? You guys are white, but you don't see color. You're the type of white people that because y'all were raised around diversity, right? So you were raised to see people as this person. We're gonna judge people based off the content of their character, right?
Yeah.
And I believe that's most of the Republican Party, by the way. But I will say this, and I can say this because I live in Florida and I'm up in these counties, right? and I also have got the messages myself, right? There's a small percentage of the Republicans here in the Panhandle, especially a lot of the North. Byron Donalds lost 16 counties. 16 of those counties that he lost were 95% older rural voters who are mostly white, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the places where he won with 36 counties, most of those places were where it was a diverse population of Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I am seeing here is that there are a lot of people here that have, first of all, the primary was very ugly. So that there's two aspects of this. And I've been saying this from the beginning. The lies that the people told against Byron Donalds were ridiculous. So there was a lot of lies. They were calling him a criminal. They were calling him a thug. They were calling him, and then Fishback was calling him a DEI hire.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody know anything about Byron Donalds, he's anything but a DEI hire. He was a success. First of all, Trump don't do DEI, He was they were calling him all kind of stuff. His opponents, right? Even Jay Collins was making videos, AI videos of him rolling up weed, and it was just ugly, right? And so for people that may look at this and say, I would vote for somebody that's a black Republican, but then you got these candidates that they're looking up to calling him a thug. That has turned people off, a small percentage. I don't believe it's enough to sway the elections. I believe Donald Trump. I believe Byron's, because if you look at the turnout, it was so massive that he even got more votes than Jolly, even with 11 other candidates in there. And I believe out of those candidates, some of those people will vote for Jolly, but most of them will vote for Byron. Probably half of them. And also, if Byron picks who I want him to pick, or somebody who is aligned with DeSantis, I believe they can, a white guy, if they bring a white guy into the ticket, I believe he'll get some of those older rural voters to go to feel more comfortable. But like I said, a lot of the white voters in like Orlando, Tampa, they grew up like you guys, where they saw a lot of diversity. They don't have a lot of those old traditional ways about candidates and those old thinking. And so they voted for Byron Donalds en masse. It was so bad, they didn't even send Byron Donalds into the northern part of, and I heard from his, I'm telling you guys, I heard people who were previously a part of the campaign that were like, they were only focusing on those parts that he won. They knew that he was not going to do well in the Panhandle. They knew he wasn't going to do well in the areas that are up toward the top part of Florida. And those are the areas that he lost in. He lost by a lot. And so, yeah, I've lost some people who support me because I've been very outspoken about it. Because as a party, we should celebrate. We should never vote for nobody because of the color of their skin, but we should be celebrating right now.
Exactly. And the fact is that he won easily, and they're trying to make it sound like he didn't get 65% of the vote. He was up against 10 other people, and they don't see that because they hate him.
And he won by 20 points.
That's the thing. You know what? If you're going to be anti-guy, see, I don't want to call those people who now don't want to vote for him racist, but they would call me racist if I did the same thing that they do. Because I don't vote for Italians because I'm an Italian. I vote for the candidates because I like what they're doing and I think they're the right person for the job. That's all there is to it, man.
I had a post, and I tell people this, and this is for the fringe that are like that. I had a guy say, and I have the post because I post them on my social media. A guy said, "You see what happened when we voted for a black man to run the country in Obama? The same thing will happen to Florida if we vote for Byron Donalds." This is a Republican that said this.
Yep, I know. This one guy down here who looks like he's a coke addict. This what's his name? I keep writing his name down. Reopen Chris. You know that guy, Reopen Chris? He's this blonde white dude who's like always coked up. And now he's saying you got to vote for Jolly, even though he's supposedly a He's a DeSantis. The DeSantis Republicans are now hating on Byron Donalds because Byron Donalds.
Well, there's a lot of people that are pretending to be Republican when they clearly are not.
They take money. Yeah. Whoever pays this guy more money to get his crack, that's who he supports. And
but
that's
that's what I'm saying. I'm very disappointed. I love our governor. I really do. I am the biggest DeSantis fan. I worked on his re-election campaign. And as far as I was a volunteer, knocked doors for him, I would never say anything bad against our governor. But I'm very disappointed right now because DeSantis should be a team player. And that's the only.
I think he will. I think he will endorse.
I think he's going to turn around one thing. He needs to.
He needs to endorse. I know no matter what his personal feelings are, people can say what they want about Trump. But Trump is a type that even if he dislikes you, he'll do what's in the best interest many times. You have to be pretty bad for him not to, right? Like he's supporting Susan Collins and he can't stand her,
Right.
But he knows he has to win, and or lose. And so DeSantis needs to publicly endorse, and I'm going to keep posting that on X and everywhere, that our governor needs to endorse Byron. He's going to win without it, but he needs to unite the party. And a lot of people look up to DeSantis. And if he endorses Byron Donalds, a lot of those voters will come over. So people close to DeSantis need to be talking to him. Trump needs to give DeSantis a call, and they need to tell him, you need to endorse Byron Donalds.
Totally agree.
Get on behind him and help him win Florida. We cannot allow Jolly, because this is the thing I want to tell people. Jolly is going to turn Florida into Virginia. Remember what Abigail did. Remember what Abigail Spencer did. They always run as moderates.
Mm-hmm.
Reverend, we definitely want to have you come on again. Unfortunately, we need to break right now. We have a hard out, but we love you. We want you to come back soon. We're going to talk more because you have such great insight on the Democratic Party as a whole. We love talking to you. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll talk to you again
and have
soon.
a great weekend, brother. Appreciate the time.
Thank you so much, you guys.
There he is. We got to take a break. It's the Friday Drive at 5 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. We're coming right back.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Hey, it's Nick Gale. Captivating and charismatic, the Range Rover Evoque is engineered for comfort at every turn. Combines contemporary luxury with peerless refinement. Discover this and more at 1.9% APR for 60 months or lease for $619 per month for 36 months. Drive one home today from Land Rover Westchester, Willow Grove, Wilmington, or Harrisburg.
2026 Range Rover Evoque S lease with $69.95 due at signing. Includes down payment, 0 security deposit, acquisition fee, and first month's payment. Tax and license excluded for well-qualified leasees. See dealer for details.
Flagship Car Wash is the new car wash in town. For a limited time, get our Top Express exterior wash for just $10. Just text FOAM, FOAM, to 90555 to claim your offer and see why everyone's choosing Flagship Car Wash. That's FOAM to 90555. By providing your phone number, you agree to receive automated text messages. Consent not required for purchase. The number of marketing communications may vary per month. Reply stop to cancel and help for help. Message and data rates may apply. Terms of use and privacy notice apply. See flagshipcarwash.com for details.
It feels like every day there's something in the headlines that could make you wonder to yourself, is now even a good time to retire?
So many people are waiting, and those folks are going to be waiting a really long time, I hate to say, because there's no perfect time. The market is always unpredictable and volatile.
Fortunately, Jim Cipriotti has been helping people get to, through, and beyond retirement for over 28 years, and each week he wants to help give you that freedom to retire. Listen to Freedom to Retire with Jim Cipriotti Saturdays and Sundays at 6 a.m., 9 a.m., and 5 p.m. on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Hey, it's Nick Cale. Captivating and charismatic, the Range Rover Evoque is engineered for comfort at every turn. Combines contemporary luxury with peerless refinement. Discover this and more at 1.9% APR for 60 months or lease for $619 per month for 36 months. Drive one home today from Land Rover Westchester, Willow Grove, Wilmington, or Harrisburg.
2026 Range Rover Evoque S lease with $69.95 due at signing. Includes down payment, 0 security deposit, acquisition fee, and first month's payment. Tax and license excluded for well-qualified leasees. See dealer for details.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code INSTANT to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money, so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code INSTANT to borrow up to $10,000. Use code INSTANT to borrow up to $10,000.
Babbel proudly presents The Bookstore Bungle.
Librairie means library in French, right?
Yeah, obviously.
I just love a library.
The French are so loud, though.
Yeah. Hey, be quiet. This is a library. S'il vous plaît.
Ce n'est pas une bibliothèque.
Bibliothèque? I think that's Spanish, ma'am.
You are in a bookstore, not a library.
Oh.
No more bookstore bungles with Babbel.
Touriste.
Learn to speak like a local and act like one too. Practice with Babbel's guided conversations based on real situations. Get up to 50% off on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to get up to 50% off. BABBEL.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You work hard for every dollar.
So it should work just as hard for you, right?
That's the idea behind Dollar General and P&G.
Ooh, Gain, Dawn, Charmin.
Crest, Old Spice, the brands you already trust.
At a price your family deserves.
You'll find them throughout the store.
And here's the part to feel good about.
P&G proudly supports the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and Yellow Glasses.
Those $2 yellow shades up front, every pair funds reading programs for local kids.
Dollar General and P&G.
Value without compromise.
The all-new Pro Battery by Steel. Tackle any task with 60% more peak power. Exclusively available at your local Steel dealer. 60% peak power comparison between AP300PC and AP300S.
Broadcasting live from the Piazza Auto Group studios. Experience the power of one with 8 brands and 25 locations. Talk Radio 1210, WPHT.
Ah, yes. Winding down another week of broadcasting excellence, or at least mediocrity, or somewhere in between. You make the call. Tony, Bruno, Miss Robin. People talking about fish now. No sushi here. Let's play my favorite cut, but we have breaking news too, Robin.
Yeah, well, this is
the Chucky masked dude from Philadelphia. It was this Chucky style mask, the guy who was terrorizing people in Center City.
It was a creepy mask, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Chucky or not.
Style, I said.
Apparently, we have this from our very own Officer Jack O'Donnell. He said that he just texted me saying the Chucky mask guy was arrested in Philly, but I'm trying to find the information on it. And maybe he got the inside scoop because I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Yeah, I don't see it
wires.
either. I saw other reports, so we love Jack, but I'm not going to go on a report from Jack
He
unless
is a
can
police
confirm it.
officer.
I know he is, but does that mean that this story should be everywhere? And it's not. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm not going to run with it as confirmation. Jack's trying to figure out what he should order when he goes to Botto's tonight. And what do we tell him, Robin?
Anything on the menu there is
No,
fabulous.
you want the sausage a la Botto.
Oh, the sausage
with the vodka sauce.
It
Yes.
is fantastic.
And by the way, if you're going to the jug handle, don't forget the Tony Bruno sauce as the boss of the sauce, right? Now, let's get the other story. This is in, Fight Club is a very popular thing but this is a fresh Fight Club. This is fresh out the boat. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's check out how Moroccan immigrants are assimilating as they continue to stay in Ceuta, Spain. Let's go to the tape. Check it out. Oh, yeah. They're busting out the whooping stick. Look at this. Notice the cleanliness. Notice the where do they get all those?
Oh, no. Notice the women and children.
There would be none, thankfully.
Yeah.
But it's a bunch of bros all whacking each other with big sticks.
Yeah. It's peaceful. They're peaceful, and all they want is to escape their horrific
Yeah, they wanted to
lives.
get away from Morocco, where there's plenty of crime.
And the lies that are being told by the Spanish government.
Yeah.
That it is,
Oh, yeah, we sent them all back.
We sent them all back. That they're not really there now. They have been getting boats that have crossed over to the mainland of Spain and are arriving at resorts on the beach. So it's kind of crazy.
Now, what time do we have the heart out now?
56.
Now, by the way, Rich Zioli is coming up at the top of the hour.
Yes.
So we're not going to 7 tonight.
No, next week we are though.
Yes.
Next week, Thursday and Friday, we will be back on Thursday and Friday of next week. We do not have all 5 days next week. Thursday and Friday, we will be back, but we will be back from 3 to 7 for both of those days. So we will be going how many hours each day?
Let me see. My math is not good, and I said there wouldn't be any math today, and I'm not doing any math. 4 hours next week?
Yes.
Next
4
Thursday and
hours.
Friday. Is that Memorial Day weekend already or Labor Day weekend? When is Labor Day
I
weekend?
have no idea.
Come on, Robin.
You're asking me to know stuff that's on the
You're
calendar.
supposed to put the stuff on the I got to get the calendar out here.
It is Labor Day weekend.
I told
okay.
you. Why do you think we're working? So next Thursday and Friday are the 20s. Is it the 27th and 28th?
I believe so.
Jesus, Robin. You're supposed to keep this crap straight.
Miss Robin is correct. Next Thursday, Friday is 27th, 28th.
Yes.
And then Labor Day
so
is the
next
7th.
Thursday. Right. The 27th is next. That's Labor Day weekend.
And then
And we'll be working over a hot microphone, laboring
Yes.
for you.
So 4 hours, the 27th, 28th. And then we are going to be filling in for the morning show on
When?
the 31st, the 1st, and the 2nd.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
So we are busy beavers, and we'll have to flip our clock over the weekend, next weekend. But
Slap it up, flip it, and rub it down.
Tony, this has been a fun week.
Yes, it has. So many great people.
And we want to thank Newman Price for working on the Fabulous Opens. He's going to be working on another one. We gave him another idea last night.
The great Justin Otero.
Yes.
Working while hurt. And then, of course, Matt DeSantis. And don't forget who also was
Kirk Corliss.
The great Kirk Corliss.
Yes. He was in today, and we thank him very much. And thank you all, you wonderful people, all the Bruno Mafia out there.
Now, I don't get, Road Warrior just said the rolling domestic radio show. I don't get that. Is that good or bad?
I think that's good.
I don't know. I never can.
Have you noticed?
Judge.
Here's another thing. There's a lot of women listening to the show.
Of course.
I mean, they either think you're cute or I'm cute. I don't know.
Well, it's not me. Well, although, chicks dig me, though, Robin.
Yeah, they do.
I have a lovely speaking voice, average intelligence. That's all you need.
It's exactly what women want. And now we're going to have a drink.
Maybe 2. But don't drive, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Do not drink and drive. Now, we have, a couple more minutes?
We have 2
when
minutes.
do we have to be out?
2 minutes, Tony. We have 2 minutes left.
My favorite story of the day, though, is that woman and that man in Oshkosh B'gosh.
You think that was your favorite one?
Oh, yeah.
I really loved. I really love both of our guests. I really love the Reverend Jordan Wells.
Yeah.
I think he's.
And I also like pissing off all the morons who are paid partisan hacks here in Florida, which I wasn't aware of the amount of idiotic people claiming to be Republicans who are damn liars and frauds.
Now, I'm a little bummed we didn't get to play the best I want socialism, give them what they want ad, but I'll save that because it's kind of timeless. I'll save that for next week.
It's timeless until all the Democrats realize that socialism has never worked anywhere. And then they vote in another Mamdani moron, and then they'll get screwed just like everybody else.
So we want you all to have a wonderful weekend. Go out, have a drink if you drink.
No, don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
And don't text and drive, damn it.
No.
If I see one other person holding their phone as they're driving, I'm going to run my truck right into it. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Be safe.
This is the sound of Lucy, staying on top of her spending. You see, even though she's buying a new pair of jeans, she knows that it fits within her monthly budget. Because Wells Fargo will send an alert if her balance drops below her set amount. Yep, nothing gets past Lucy, or Wells Fargo for that matter. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Hey, Dawn Sensland here. Summer's the season for fresh starts, and nothing transforms your home like a brand new kitchen. Since 1979, Kitchen Magic in Nazareth, PA has been a family business built on high quality and true craftsmanship, and they're making it easier than ever. Save 40% on installation plus flexible financing to fit any budget. KitchenMagic.com. Make this the summer your kitchen finally gets the upgrade it deserves. Tell Dawn sent you.
You don't need another opinion, just the facts.
What caused that crash on the Schuylkill? Will it rain before the kids' game? What happened at the school board meeting last night?
At KYW News Radio, we don't take sides. We take notes, delivering the information.